Hello and welcome to the Zating Game! I'm your host, Damien Darkwood, and before we get streaming today, I'd like to acknowledge that we're streaming to you from the traditional and unceded lands of the Musqueam Nation. It is a privilege and pleasure to work, play, and create on these beautiful lands. Now, on to the show! First up, we have our lovely contestants vying for Barovia's most eligible bachelor, Strahd Von Zarovich. Contestant number 1, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Mint, and today I'm playing Sister Melisenda Attala.
And contestant number 2, who are you?
I'm Noah, and I'm playing Zhannan Khelmere.
Contestant number 3, how will you win Strahddy's heart?
I'm Jack, and I'm playing Iain Adderbone.
And contestant number 4, my goodness, what do you look like?
Props up, I'm Tim, playing Malakai the Magnificent, a halfling warlock.
Incredible, our final and 5th contestant, introduce yourself.
I'm Cecil, and today I'm playing Renwick.
And the one, the only, Strahd Von Zarovich himself! Yes, hello. Yes, it is I, Strahd Von Zarovich. I am seeking someone to replace Hole in Heart. My Ishmak is lost to me, and one of these 5 may prove interesting, no? Let's find out! You hear a round of applause as the lights go down on everyone, and we get to our first question. As you see the host, Damien Darkwood, kind of shuffling some cards nervously in front of him. He looks at Strahd, he looks to all of you. There is a divider separating you. You can't see Strahd directly at this moment. Very well. Over to you, Strahd. Ask his first question. Right. Contestant number 1. Tell me all about how, if you were to join me for an evening in Castle Ravenloft, what would you bring to impress me? Remember, I enjoy beauty and intellect.
Well, I like to keep things simple and organized, so I'd bring something practical, something that could bring order to absolute chaos.
Order? Well, how mysterious. I look forward to finding out what that might be. Contestant number 2, how about you?
Well, I am a tailor, so of course I'd bring you a custom garment. Something sexy, something lavish, something elegant, perhaps custom embroidered. I am known for my embroidery and my beadwork.
I would enjoy a change of costume. Interesting.
We could completely change up your look, baby.
I hunger for fashion. Contestant number 3. How would you impress me?
Well, I am definitely much more of the intellect side, but I would bring you an ornate puzzle box that we could spend the evening solving together. Who knows what kind of treasures might lie within?
Ornate puzzle box? What are you, some sort of adventurer? Wonderful, wonderful. I would crack that in no time at all. I would be interested to see how you would crack puzzle. Contestant number 4. Same question.
Well, depends on if the audience is just us. I got a pretty good act for adults only, and I'll use some magic to make the top of my my jacket vanish. Now you see me, now you don't.
I will have to take your word for it. Though I can see through the screen, I am choosing not to at this moment. And finally, contestant number 5. Please do something to impress me. It's been quite dull so far.
Well, I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty handy with the wrench. Big castle. Sure, your plumbing could use some love. I could, pop your pressure valves, clean your U-joint, drain your drop down, maybe.
It's been some time since anyone's done some rearranging of my plumbing. Interesting. Well, now this is for favorite time of show. One of you will get the slime. And Damien Darkwood looks up. Yep. One of you is getting number one. Contestant number one. You've won. And a button presses, and you hear an explosion above you as gooey substances leak from the ceiling. And all you feel is just this acidic slime all over your body. It's green.
Oh.
It's viscous. It stings a little. It's kind of nice in a really awkward way.
It's like those really exfoliating face masks where it's like, yeah, this is doing something, but I kind of hate it.
Yes.
Well, that was interesting. Contestant number one, it is time for round 2 of questions. Describe your ideal night under moonlit skies of Barovia. Would you seek adventure, romance, or perhaps something more forbidden?
Well, I'm quite interested in getting to know the local culture and, of course, the locals. Discovering their dreams, aspirations, deepest desires, and perhaps if there's time, getting to know yours. What are your deepest desires?
I see. You would get to know people before me. Very well. Contestant number 2. Do impress me with your answer.
Okay, so first I want to go somewhere nice, like a cathedral or like an abandoned castle or even like a secluded woodland glen or one of those underwater cave swimming pool things. I want to have nice drinks, maybe do some chatting. I want to get tied up and fucked senseless and have a lavish dinner and dessert, of course. And we'll retire to bed at sunset.
Oh, the sunset. You would go out in day?
At sunrise, sorry. That was my mistake. I get times mixed up. My sleep schedule is completely screwed off. I'm not much of a daytime person. No complexion, I burn easily and all that.
It does no matter. My mists will protect us. I am intrigued by all-night endeavor. Contestant number 3.
Of course.
How would you take me out on the moonlight skies of Barovia?
Well, I am not so outgoing as the other two, but I enjoy a nice stroll by a moonlit lake, perhaps searching for rare plants and herbs that you can't find anywhere else. The air would be warm. Maybe you'd get to hold my hand. We talk about our likes, our dislikes, get to know each other a little more. Where have we come from? What are our secrets? And I'd love to learn more about the history of Barovia and the secrets of Ravenloft if you're willing to share.
Oh, you would share secrets with me. I would require several of yours, but alas, I know your secret, little Adderbone. Contestant number 4, please enlighten me. Skies, Barovia, let's go.
Well, as long as the weather held up, I think it would be proper if we hosted a late night show where you could watch from the sidelines or maybe even join me as my sexy assistant on stage as we perform for all the people of Barovia, and once their roarous applause take over, we can seclude ourselves backstage for a little show. A little private show, right?
Private show inside from beautiful skies of Barovia. Interesting. I hope that it's more interesting than the skies above. Well, contestant number 5, please, you are last in line again.
I like to keep it classic. I think we have a nice dinner, some red wine, find a nice inn somewhere, make some constitution saves, break in the strap.
What I see, a high constitution. You would have high constitution, seeing as you do not bleed. Well, ichor, thing. I would very much like to investigate these stitches of yours.
I'm told it's an acquired taste.
Very well, Damien Darkwood. Tell them what the contestant number 3 has won. Yep, absolutely. You won my favorite thing, a death beam. Woo! As a beam of energy shoots out from the crowd, you are engulfed in this black and purple energy as you are turned into a skeleton.
Super sick.
You keep your faculties, but you've lost your skin.
It was bound to happen eventually.
I think I like you better this way. More things we could possibly get up to. All right. Well, it seems that some of you are ahead of the others, and some of you are transforming in between rounds. Let's see what round 3 brings for each of you. Contestant number 1, I do enjoy starting with you. Well, tell me, love is a powerful force, capable of transcending even the darkest of Barovian nights. What aspect of this realm intrigues you the most? And why would you become a part of its intricate tapestry? Contestant number 1, what's got your tongue?
I feel like I did not hear that last part. Would you mind repeating it for me?
Of course. So, as I was saying, Barovia is a land of tragedy and sorrow. Yet also... Oh, apologies. That is a question for later. Love is a powerful force, capable of transcending even the darkest of nights in Barovia. Do you believe you have captured the heart of a creature such as me? You know, one that is powerful beyond recognition. How would you win my affection?
Well, if you're truly a connoisseur of intellect, as you said before, then my years of experience should be more than enough to enchant you. But in addition, I come from a rich and abundant culture. I have lots to give and lots to share. Is there anything that you're lacking? With me, that void can be filled.
How would you take that culture and weave it into this tapestry? What aspects would you bring?
All of it.
Your entire culture?
Oh, they would blend so nicely.
Curious. Contestant number 2, how would you win this heart?
Truthfully, if I'm completely honest, I don't want to own your heart. I don't want to take your power or anything. Just lived a long life that's honestly lacking something. Some kind of excitement, some kind of wonder, some kind of pizzazz. And I believe that as someone who's also been around a long time, could use some of the same thing. Maybe we could serve each other. I don't really do commitments, but I do a fun time. I can make our time together terribly exciting.
That is wonderful news, contestant number 2. I am very intrigued by all that you have to offer. Contestant number 3, same question.
Well, perhaps this is an unlikely answer, but I am not searching for love. Our time spent together will be exciting, but I have no interest in capturing your whole heart.
Interesting. Perhaps you can hang on the wall in the West Corridor number 2. I do like to pass through there often. Contestant 4.
Well, hopefully you're a lover of magic as I am, and once you see some of my, magic tricks and illusions, you'll see the truth is that your heart may already belong to me. And I'll, reach into my hat really quickly and pull out, an image of a heart. And, wave it around.
What kind of heart have you pulled out?
Like a atomically correct, humanoid heart.
Does it beat?
No, it's just a minor illusion. It's not that heavy duty.
No, you can't like.
And once you and I can come back together, I think you'll find that making our love appear, and I'll have the heart like disappear, is a trick that just comes naturally to both of us.
I've always wondered how Hide the Halfling would go.
I can
Contestant
fit in
5.
some pretty phenomenal places, and I'll like disappear into my hat and then like pop back out.
Oh, intriguing. I do love a game. Intriguing hunt. But wouldst thou pierce my heart, Contestant 5?
Look, I am loyal, okay? I will stand by you through thick or thin, even if I probably shouldn't, even if I can barely remember why. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna get out of here.
Well, Contestant 5, you've won special prize! As another beam arcs out from the audience, this Damien Darkwood looks like, what just happened? As you turn into a little bunny rabbit. You can still speak, you can still do things, but this is your form now.
Is it
Interestingly,
like a goth bunny or?
yeah, like there's like one of your ears is a little ragged. All of your joints have been stitched together still, so like you look like a rabbit's foot that's like, you know, dried and a little bit like the skin's hanging a little bit.
Like one of those scary plushies,
And
like the one goth.
yeah,
teenage
but
girl.
somehow you're
Yeah.
still like kind of cute. It shouldn't be cute, but it is like, wow, gothy undead bunny cuteness. Yep, that's what you're serving all day. Well, it's come down to 2 contestants. Contestant number 2, contestant number 4, an even affair. I would like you each to provide me a speech of how you would spend eternity in my embrace. Contestant number 2, you get the start.
Well, I can tell you that spending eternity in the embrace of someone handsome, strong, powerful, and alluring would be no issue for me. That would be wonderful. I guess you could say I'm a little bit obsessive, but not in an overbearing way. Dedicated, I guess. I enjoy learning everything that I can about a subject that I'm passionate about, and that does include people. I would want to know your lands, your home space, what you enjoy, and most of all, you. What makes you tick? Tick. Excuse my pronunciation. Also, what makes you dig?
You will find many carnal pleasures within Castle Ravenloft. Before we move on to another speech, tell me, how would you adjust our bed settings? What kind of tailoring would you do to perhaps enhance the satin?
Enhance the satin. Not necessarily a weaver. I do know some weavers. I know some extremely talented weavers, some arachnid folks from far off. I can get you luxurious textiles if that's what you're all about. My own apartment back in Kivalin, decked out in the finest silks, tassels, beadwork everywhere. I haven't had acne in at least 83 years. I attribute that to my high-class textiles. So, if that's what you're after, I've got you, baby.
Wonderful. I do enjoy stealing from Loth. Her followers do indeed make fine woven silks. Well, but contestant number 4, take me from this rapture.
Well, I mean, we could just experience it together. Honestly, contestant number 2's got me spinning in me seats. I'll tell you this, Strahddy, you won't be disappointed with magician's hands. They're quick, nimble, and very precise. And the fact that they're just small enough to fit almost anywhere, will leave you spinning in your seat. I promise you that. We can always spend some time walking the lands of Barovia, but we can also disappear inside of my head where there's a private getaway. And also, if you want some time alone, I can always dip in there. I think that's an important part of all the relationships is having a strong sexual base, but also having time alone and apart, especially during eternity, might seem exactly what we need to stay strong together.
Oh, I did not think you would take me from the rapture of contestant number 2, but my goodness, magician's hands, spinning in seat. I have not spun in seat in centuries. My Ishma.
I pull both my hands up,
is
and
the last
from
to make me
underneath my
spin in
hat,
seat.
another hand comes out.
Thousands hands. I have not experienced thousands and hands in thousands of years. I think I've made my decision. And as he snaps his fingers, each of you return to your regular forms. I choose all of you. You're all invited to come to Castle Ravenloft, where we will feast and dine, and then feast again of carnal delights. Each of you now.
Hey, polyamory is cool with me.
Bear this, know this, that I am ancient, and I am the land, and you shall awaken! As you each snap out of your dream, all of the things around you beginning to shift and melt as you wake up, but you're not in your beds, as around you is the town of Valachi. As this illusion is snapped, we'll push a button, and we'll push another button, followed by more buttons, as we return to Valachi. Each of you looking, you notice like something is in your pockets and it feels heavy, as each of you pull out a small rabbit skull. Engraved on it is a incredible like flowy scripture saying you've been invited, and in the mouth it holds a little scroll. Who would like to take out the scroll?
Well, I'm having trouble getting the skull out of my pocket because my pants are really tight. There's some constriction going on with the pockets, when you gotta put your hand all the way in and shift around. I'll pull it out and I'll take a look at it and I was like, I fucking won! That's awesome! And I'll pull out the scroll. An invitation. You think
as you open up the scroll, you feel powerful hands grab around you into an embrace as you see Malakai get tilted back and then begins to smooch the air.
My pants are getting tighter.
Iain sees this and puts the rabbit skull back in his pocket. Not into that kind of magic.
Maybe you can send that through snail mail.
Does anyone else open the scroll?
I don't want any of that smoke.
I think out of curiosity of if it would do the same thing, Zhannan opens it.
Yes, contestant number 2. It does the exact same thing.
Does it stop happening with me when it starts happening with Zating?
Nope. It's still it goes. This goes on for a good minute. So yours ends just before Zhannan's does, but yeah, both continue along.
It's a full minute.
That's a lot.
It's a good.
Malakai,
It's a good
kisser,
minute. It's
you can
surprisingly like everything you want, and like like if the other three in the party are watching this happen, it's a little bit different for each of them. You notice that Malakai hasn't like lifted off the ground, although they are like leaning back. It's as though Strahd has come down to your level for a half moment, or maybe they're just like their legs are like inside the ground. You're not sure. You're just enjoying yourself.
Just standing in his lap.
Those of you who are attempting to put away the skull, please make a wisdom save.
Not good, Sam. I'm not good at that. Okay.
Even if we just want to save it for later.
Yes, even if you just want to save it for later.
That's
14.
a 12.
A 12, okay. That does not save. But Iain, when you open your scroll, you don't get a romantic embrace the same way. You get like a really hearty handshake. Like you get the feeling and sense of like incredible friendship, and there's maybe more, but it doesn't need to be more.
I got a 14.
A 14. You get the sense of an embrace. You also get the feeling that you are rearranging plumbing in the air, whatever that means to you.
I got a 19.
A 19. Sister Attala, you actually save. You feel like the presence of Strahd around you. You feel the mark that he left on you earlier begin to burn, but you've faced worse pains in your life, and you turn away from this.
It's more appropriate to do these things behind closed doors anyway.
After Ian's minute is up and Poe's minute, you're feeling like you're floating through the air. The most incredible sense of euphoria washes over your body.
Well, anybody got a fucking cigarette or?
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
I'll, like hold my hat over my waist. Prestigious.
I'm a little shell shocked. I'm not sure what to do after that. Mostly because I think Ian's shocked that I didn't get a kiss because I was like totally expecting that. No one respects the boundaries, so confused.
Weird. I just had a moment where I thought that Fangs was a woman. Clearly that's not true.
It's surprising, like how adaptable Strahd is for every situation.
It's alarming.
That's amazing.
Afraid.
It could be many things.
So, those of you that experience this, please take a +1 to your AC permanently.
Permanently. Wow.
To name it something, it is the almost a blessing of Strahd. Blessing seems like too holy a word, though. So
I'm gonna call it Afterglow.
Yes, thank you. Much better. The afterglow, yeah, Strahd's afterglow.
Strahddy's afterglow. That's how that's going in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Righty then. This. So, as we get back into our tale, would anyone like to give a little bit of a recap from last time as you regain your senses? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot something. Before winding it back, Sister Attala, because you were able to resist this, on the next time Strahd attempts to force you to make a wisdom save, you will have advantage.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm using a different note-taking system than I was last week, so this is going to be a little bit off the cuff, but I will attempt, which is that we got to town of Valaki, we met the burgomaster, and his wife. Something only Sister Attala noticed was that they seemed to be the only people in like that room who had souls. The rest of us don't think found that out. We went to the church, which we found out was Church of Lathander. Their sacred relic had been stolen, which was some bones. We questioned the young man who works there, whose name I cannot forget because I did write it down, but I don't remember it. It starts with an M.
Dick.
Yeah,
Kicked
he was.
me across the yard.
Yeah, that happened.
Mhm.
And he had sold the bones to the coffin maker in town.
Right.
And we
Oh,
went-
sorry, to give you the name, it is Milivoy.
Milivoy, yeah.
Yeah.
And
It is spelled in a ridiculous way, so I just spelled it phonetically.
Milivoy. Oh, we went to the coffin maker. You know, roughed him up a little because he didn't want to open up for us, and went inside and said the bones were in the basement. Went down to the basement. Got jumped by some vamps. Everybody made short work of the vamps. Got the bones.
I almost
Yeah,
died.
impressively so. Those things had some pretty decent hit points and attacks. That was a very impressive battle. Very well done, each of you. It was harrowing for me. I was like, please, please, please.
We also got the cards read by the fortune teller, and then her shop disappeared.
That was pretty important. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Okay, we're doing great.
Really?
Yeah, I think you got everything else that I have written here.
Now we got a bag of bones and we're on our way back to the priest.
Yes.
Bag of bones. Yeah, you had.
Did we leave the house? Did we get the guy back out of the coffin? Like, where
I
did
think
we?
were,
Did we?
going upstairs.
Yeah, I
That's
think
where
we-
ended it.
Yeah, we just got
Yeah.
up the stairs. I think last. Okay.
Right. Did you? So, do you want to start in the house and with the coffin maker in the coffin?
I
Yes.
feel
Or
like we
did
should
you
let
like
him
to
out.
Yeah, clambering up the stairs, bones in tow. You see the now still coffin. You do hear a bit of weeping from inside.
We're gonna finish this one off too, like we did the Vimps.
No, we're not. And Iain unlocked the coffin. That was shitty of you to not warn us about the zombie vampires. I almost died. You're lucky I let you out of here. You will not tell anybody we were here.
You don't know what you've done. You've stopped something you shouldn't have, and now I'm going to pay the price.
I don't care. I almost died.
It's already happening. I've broken my word.
All right.
Should have
Well,
thought about that before you stole from a church.
You see a band, like a bangle around his wrist begin to light up, as starting at his wrist and moving towards the rest of his body, a bright light that leaves behind only stone. Would
did
you
we
like to
cut off
do
his
anything?
arm?
Hey,
What the hell is happening?
Zhannan, you guys got any magic situation that help with this guy?
Not for that. I don't think.
We could.
Magical bracelets aren't exactly my specialty.
Should we cut off his arm and stop
Yeah,
the
we could cut off
process?
his arm.
Let's do
That's
it.
the only thing I can think of.
Would that stop?
I
It
don't
looks
think
like a
anything
curse, though. He said he broke a vow, so he's probably doomed.
Help me! Help me!
Well, then tell us why you did it.
I'm gonna try and cut off his arm.
Okay.
Feeling a little bit like, well, you know, he's frozen or it's this.
Make a. I want this to be an ability check. It can be an attack roll if you really want, but I would love to see, like, maybe a medicine check or something for the preciseness that you need to sever this.
I
going to sever this.
have. If you want, I have high medicine, so I could like tell you where to cut because my mom is a medicine worker, is a doctor essentially.
Yeah,
So if you want help, I can help.
just like kind of like
Okay.
sword kind of ready to go, like point where.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I got 14. I got 19 on help. It's like just right above, but don't hit that artery. Just right above, right there, before you see it ending.
Amazing. I'm gonna
Just before
borrow
it hits
a
his
mechanic
elbow.
from another system and give. So Poe, when you make this roll, you have +5 from the help from Iain.
Okay. Can I make an athletics check to
Sure.
try and
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
bring
Yep.
this big
Yeah,
heavy
because you
sword?
need a
down
lot
into
of
the
force.
spot?
Yeah. Love
Yeah.
that. Let's go.
Okay. Ooh. We're gonna see if he lives. So it's okay. So it's a 7 plus 11, which is
Ooh.
18. So thanks, like only because Iain is pointed at the correct spot.
The force of this cut. Yeah,
Holy
you don't catch on the joint. The weird force of this like pops the shoulder out of its socket, and then you're able to slice through without any like horrible damage, other than the fact that this whole arm is coming off. He is bleeding profusely as he faints from the pain, but the whatever this magic was stops it where you made the cut. So you see the arm on the ground is just stone now. In fact, all of the blood has turned to stone as well as it crumbles away.
Well, that don't look good. And now I'm gonna grab like Zhannan, like, hey, you think you can sort of stop the bleeding, maybe,
I'll call
That I
it
can
if
do.
you want, and I'll pull
Yes.
my hat off, and like a little bit of fire will come out. Like if it'll help, I'll gladly burn this one.
It's okay. I think that we can stick with the spare the dying. He at least won't die. I'll just cast my spare the dying on him. Give him a nice little pat on the head.
It will save his life for the next 1d4 hours, and buy you some time to stop this incredible hemorrhaging.
I'll cauterize.
You
the
will
wound. I'll
need
put
some
my
more,
kit
yeah, either cauterization or some sort of like tourniquet situation, magic.
I can do a
Uh,
tourniquet
I mean-
situation.
and I'll create bonfire.
That's about it.
Yep.
I'll hold it in there in
Actually-
like just a few moments, like a few bursts, not just like one constant flame. It just kind of comes out and engulfs and burns a little bit of his hair and some of his clothes. And I'll just kind of like hold it. But you'll see, like, when I get my hat close and like the blood goes into the hat, you just see like the hat almost like grow in size, and like the fire just like licks these like blood red flames comes out, and you can just see Malakai like, yes, good. This is awesome. Yeah. Smells pretty familiar. A little bit like bacon, isn't that weird? And I'll like put the hat back on.
Yum.
alright
Anyone
now.
have spare fabric? I need spare fabric
Yes.
so we can at least wrap it and maybe.
I'll
Yeah.
just reach in
Infected.
and rip some out of the like fancy coffin that he was in. Just like
I have an herbalism kit. I have the kit for this. We could have just tied it off.
Who needs herbs when you have
Maybe
fire?
next time.
I mean, shame on me, I guess.
We can rub some herbs in the wrapping, maybe that'll help with the healing.
Oh yeah, it's very,
I'm gonna
it's
smack
it's
his
very
face.
important getting injured like this that you make sure it doesn't get infected. That I do know.
Yes.
Let's
But I
put
think
him
if
in
it's
the coffin
cauterized, there's
so when
less
he
of a
wakes up,
chance.
he totally freaks
He
out.
pisses
when he
himself
wakes up in the
again.
coffin.
I mean, it's probably the safest place to put him at the moment. We just won't lock it, okay? Leave it half open so he knows. We almost cost him his arm.
You do know there's a lovely bed upstairs. It's just a straw bed, but it is his bed.
Now,
But we'd have to
comfortable.
carry him.
No,
It's all the way upstairs.
We cut this guy's arm off. I feel like the least we can do is put him on his own bed. Like, I mean, we did cut his arm off. To, like,
Alright.
sure he
You
wasn't
wanna
dead.
carry him?
You've got the
It's all
strength, so
fine.
do you want to do that?
I'll haul him upstairs. Scoop this guy
Great.
up.
I'll
Let's carry
take
him.
some of the pieces of the like broken stone arm and just stick them in my pocket.
Yep, you certainly can do that. Does anyone look at the bracelet?
I'll take
Yeah.
a look at that when I'm sifting through the broken stone pieces. I figure I'll Not that I'm good at.
Ian just goes up to Malakai and is like, "Can I have that finger?"
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I think that it looks like a curse and like some kind of affliction, and I do want to take a look at the bracelets while you're hauling folks upstairs.
All right. Yeah, if you're looking at the bracelet, an Arcana check, or history.
History.
Or if you're more creative than me, find another way to investigate this thing.
Inside?
Ooh, yeah, that sounds interesting. I like that.
Do insight. I literally cannot find history for some reason. What's right above it? 23.
23.
Insight.
That's huge.
7 or
So
Just look up.
Say.
That's crazy.
Huge check. With that insight, you feel the malevolence that is around this band. The former arm that was around it has like crumbled away. It's still shining and brilliant. It is a golden like bangle with emeralds inlaid around in a pattern of 3. You sense that whatever this was, it's part of a pair. There should be 2. And more than that, you also sense that whatever the magic that was built up inside of this has been expended. So it will no longer be harmful to you should you choose to wear it, as far as you know.
Examine it for a minute and determine that the magic is gone, and flip it onto my wrist and give it a kind of look and go, nobody would wear just one of these. There has to be another one somewhere. It's obviously set. It would be a fashion crime to only wear one.
Is it like
Somebody
a
else is
best
doomed to
friend
the same
bracelet? Do you think they fit together? I've never had one
Maybe?
myself. Best friends or bracelets.
There might come a day for everything. Anyways, somebody else is probably doomed to the same fate. So, I don't know if that concerns us or not.
Might be easy.
It might
to
if it involves
ask
the
around
bones.
town. Somebody's
Just
probably a
check
fucking
everyone's
skeleton.
wrists.
Find out where it came from? Maybe? Who cursed him?
Would
We care who
would they
cursed
be
him?
a stone? They didn't betray the secrets yet. Only Henrik did. I think that's his name.
Henrik, yes, you are correct.
Great, amazing.
That was the coffin maker was Henrik, right?
hmm
I'll come back downstairs at this point, having dropped him in his own bed.
Well,
Don't suppose he walk up
I think
so he
we've
can
caused
eat
all the
something?
destruction we can here. Perhaps we go return the bones and stop the dead from rising.
It's like a good afternoon's work to me. Good job here, everybody. We did real good on those vampires. I mean, by we, I mean most
Thank
of
you,
you guys, not
everybody.
me. But yeah, well done.
Pick
Is
up the
anybody
bones
like
and
really
go.
fucked up looking? By the way, is anybody like really?
I mean, I'm still at 3 hit points. So that's why I was like in that guy's face. It's not a good situation in
So
Ianville right now.
This is
Okay, well,
it's
you can take that little like pep talk there as me giving you temporary hit points. Let me with rally. Let me.
Incredible.
this is his place, right? You said his bed was upstairs, so his house is here too?
Yes, this is his house. Yeah, So business on the bottom, shop up top. You know, Roman Empire style.
Oh.
Because we always
Cool.
be thinking about that Roman Empire.
Maybe we look around his place for some stuff to heal y'all up. Not to be an asshole, but I don't super want to expend my magic healing now. I only have so much energy in me, and I don't know when we're going to get sleep next, so maybe we should look around, see if this guy has anything. I mean, we saved his life, so
We could just
he kind
take
of
an-
owes.
We could take an hour and just take a quick rest up, and maybe we can treat some of our wounds, and some of us can regain some of that energy.
You,
Get
Ian, by the
to-
way, you get 9 temporary hit points, Ian.
9, thank you.
I rolled pretty good.
Perfect.
And
Seems
we'll
like a
just,
good plan, though.
Fucking search this place, see if we can find some clues about any cohorts or what the grand plan was, considering nobody's conscious that knew anything about it.
Yeah, good. Maybe he's got some correspondence somewhere. You know, he must have been communicating with whoever he sold. He was put him up to this somewhere, right?
Whoever gave him the bracelet might have sent him a love letter.
Or an invitation.
Why a love letter?
I just got love on my mind, I guess. I did win, you know.
I'm not so sure you did.
Oh no.
Okay, well, that's your thought.
I got smooched by my mail too.
Oh, well, I got smooch mail. Wasn't just me. It was you. You meant it.
It was
when you
me
said the old
too.
one.
Yeah.
Wasn't
I got a
someone getting
handshake.
male as female from that, but you know, teach their own.
We take a short rest and search the joint.
Yeah, because you're spending an hour, no checks required. You will find a bunch of stuff.
Do we get a short rest while we're doing this, or is it because we're
absolutely-
actively?
Yep, short rest economy. We're doing it because Story Dad doesn't like it when we short rest, but I love it. More short rests. Short rests for everyone.
We've got a warlock and a fighter here who would very much like it if we short rested.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, feel free to rest.
And a
Roll
rogue.
some hit dice if you need them. If you're not sure what that means, you can roll one of your hit die when you short rest and add your Constitution modifier and heal that amount. Remember that you only get back half of your hit die every long rest. And round up. So like if we're like, thankfully we're level 4, so it's really easy. So it's 2. But level 5, you'll get 3 back. That kind of thing. A little list of things that you have found. You find 15 silver. Oh, sorry. Apologies. You find 30 silver. And 12 electrum, because that's a very Strahddy thing. All of the coins have Strahd's like profiled visage as like the back of the coin.
Even the silver one?
Even the silver one.
Sorry, do we all get silver, 15 silver, or are we splitting that?
It's party. Yeah, as a party you get
I
this.
don't
Okay,
I'm
okay.
not gonna take money for you.
You quickly look around and you see like the pricing for the coffins. Like this is probably for selling coffins that he gets this kind of money. You find a very well stocked pantry compared to everyone else's. There are preserved vegetables in jars. Looks like they're tasty and fermented. There's dried meats hanging from the ceiling of questionable origin. You find various rendered fats. There's a lot here.
This is perfect travel food. You know, we should really take this opportunity and stock up just in case we're going to be on the road.
Can I nature check the questionable meat?
Yes, please.
Because I'm afraid of the questionable meat. Okay, that's a 12.
Right. So you're fairly certain this is some sort of beef or pork. You don't remember seeing cows
Long
or
pig.
pigs, though. It may be long pig. Maybe. It's really hard to identify. You crack one of the like salami-like dried meats, and you can't tell what it is just from looking at it. You give it a little sniff. It's sweet, surprisingly sweet. Did
meat.
Sam maybe do some
Sweet
research
meat.
into what long pig tastes like? Maybe. You're not sure.
Research. You can't just say that. That's not like.
We're not
What do
taking
you
the
mean by
meat.
that?
We're not taking
there are
it.
books potentially on places of the internet that nobody should look for. But that's all hypothetical.
listening?
You're really not sure with a 12.
Never eating dinner.
Yeah, okay, I'm good. That's Hey Sam, what's this this roast? Oh, okay.
You never met him.
You know, it's,
Nobody you know, don't worry.
Okay.
maybe Sam just recently rewatched the Book of Isaac. You're not sure.
You a Hannibal enjoyer? Like, have you watched Hannibal, Sam?
Real talk, Sam is terrified of being eaten, so yeah, I can't. But other people, I don't know, not me.
Can't say that's like a specific fear I have, but good to know.
It's not a fear of mine, but it doesn't sound pleasant either.
As you
I
continue
wouldn't
to
be
look
happy
around,
if it happened.
you figured the pickled vegetables are pretty safe to take with you. They'll provide 5 meals, so 1 day's worth of rations for you. If you take the meat, that's another 3 days of meals for the 5 of you.
I'm going to stuff this stuff in my like rucksack and bag, and then like halfway through putting it away, I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't need to eat. But I'm gonna take the meat.
I'm very meticulously
Somewhere.
placing it in my bag.
Just like had a moment where I forgot that I was dead. It's all good.
But we
I'm
all
just
need to
picking the
eat, and
pickles.
you're strong.
Right. I'll carry it. I'll carry it. I can do that. 5.5
Appreciate
days
it.
of
Do we find any evidence of any type, any kind of correspondence or clues that might lead us to some nefarious deal being made?
Medical supplies, healing potions.
You do indeed find a very familiar script. The same as on the scrolls, on the skulls that you just received. You see
Just fucking
Strahd's
kissing
handwriting.
everybody. What?
You see in it that Strahd has delivered these 6 vampire spawns to Henrik's basement in return for his protection and the storage of these spawn. He was to take the bones of St. Andrel and deliver them to Strahd himself, so that they could be destroyed.
Hang on. The letter says 6 vampire spawns. How many vampire spawns did we see in the basement? 'Cause I'm not good at counting, but that seems like 2 less vampire spawns.
Afraid.
Where are the other 2?
Huh. Interesting.
That's crazy.
It's so weird. That's it's so interesting. Mhm.
What time of day is it at the...
We're late afternoon at this point.
Better get these bones back to the church. I don't want to necessarily be caught out in the streets after dark if we are dealing with vampire spawn.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And hopefully they have trouble with hallowed ground. Maybe. I don't know. I've only read the books, never met one. Well, except for the ones that were downstairs, but we made a fucking mess of them, so... Really
At least have enough issue with it that they couldn't steal the bones themselves. So...
Right point. Yeah, that's some sharp thinking. I think we should get a leg on.
Do.
Concur.
Yes, indeed. Chef in the chat is like, the real villain is Dyscalculia.
Yep.
It's true. We played D&D math, and what is math? What? 17.
If my computer
Oh,
wasn't
that's
doing
obviously
the
23.
my computer wasn't doing the math, I'd be sitting here going,
Yeah.
Why do you think I pause so often where I'm like, it's this number? Because I'm doing it in my head.
I almost failed arithmetic in 6th grade. Like, I cannot do it.
Oh, I almost failed pre-calc 11. So, with ya.
I had a couple weeks of really struggling to understand circles and why it was so important that pie be everywhere.
Because it's
Oh, Miss
delicious.
Liz,
Mhm.
thanks for the raid. Welcome in. We are in Valaki.
Hi.
We just finished up our dating game, and we're hanging out in the coffin
I
maker's house. We have just saved his life by taking his arm off.
Out of his arm, looted
As
his
you
house.
do.
You know.
Yeah. Listen, he tried to kill us. He knows what he did. He deserves this. This is not hospitality.
Southern hospitality for you.
Yeah, Valakai hospitality. Like,
Iain, what's your alignment again?
It's my neutral good.
Yeah, okay.
I have a very strong moral
that is
code.
a strong statement. I like that a lot. Yeah, if you didn't know, if y'all don't know Miss Liz Lane is all over the wonderful discords in our communities, helps organize a lot for Another World, is a true like national treasure, absolute wonderful human. Give them a follow. I'm gonna push the chat commands in here. Burp. I think they were just doing some planning sessions that I was hanging out with them before our stream. So yeah, she's wonderful, amazing. Give it a go. Back to the house. So you found some monies. If you take them with you, you're going to be fairly rich in this town. Because who uses Electrum anymore? This town, exclusively almost. You also
And
find
everything
a
that
very interesting a doll that looks very beautiful. Like it's been tended to and improved multiple times over its like of its owner's like lifespan with it. A very unfamiliar figure, but yet familiar, and you begin to put the pieces together after that zany charm dream sequence you just had with Strahd. You remember him talking a lot about Ishmark, and when you hold this doll, those feelings that you experienced in the game show come out here. You feel like this is maybe a doll recreation of Ishmark. Other than questionable food, money, and that, there's a lot of coffins in here. A disproportionate amount of coffins are quite small, like halfling sized, and even smaller.
are there a lot of halflings in the town, or no?
Not that you saw. Maybe they're prepared for something.
Is a coffin maker a halfling?
I think they're
No.
for children.
No, he's a regular human dude.
Those are for the kids.
Ugh.
We should get to the church before nightfall, though. Malakai was really
Yes.
on something with that, I think.
Yeah, you're all rested up.
don't wanna be
We just
outside at
had a
night.
short rest and made Story Dad mad, so we're good. Off to St. Andrews. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. You see out in the front, Milivoy still working away. These graves have begun to been filled in. It looks like he's putting the final touches on the last one.
I don't think we need to talk to this guy again, you know?
No, let's just go in. It was
Yeah,
not
like,
pleasant
he
last
notices
time.
you
What
and looks
attitude.
over his shoulder at you and just kind of gives you like,
Wait, does he have a bracelet on?
no, he does not.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Part of me
Okay,
deeply
I'm
wanted to say
satisfied. We may
yes,
go
but there was
inside.
no reason to say yes.
Just fuck with me.
Yeah,
Plot thickens for no reason.
for no reason.
No reason.
Heading inside, you see Father Lucian standing in front of an empty audience. Today is another day that we are thankful for the community that has brought each of you together. No, not together. That has kept all of us together. Why do I keep saying together? Oh, hello, you five. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Lathander, we did it. And I'll like spill the bones out onto the floor. Like, I
Whoa,
don't-
whoa, 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 whoa. These are sacred relics.
Oh shit, sorry. Just
Please, help me pick these up.
Of course. And I'll kind of try and scoop them back in the bag.
While the two of you are scooping things back in the bag.
Is he wearing a bracelet?
Hard to tell with all these robes.
Oh shit, I was hoping when he like reached for it,
Wait,
I could like
hold
get
on.
real close.
Yeah, amazingly, like the robes like just continue to stay like pulled up as he reaches for things frantically, almost magically. You begin to wonder if these are even real robes at all.
Interesting.
I would sure hope they are.
Naked under there, buddy.
I think this guy might be
What's
naked
that?
under his clothes.
Yeah, roll insight to see if everybody's naked under their clothes.
He's just prestidigitation over his body. Too much work to get dressed in the morning. I get it, man.
Minor illusion, like constantly being upkept. Like, oh god.
Yeah.
He keeps casting so many spells. How strong is this man? Why he's so old? He just completely stressed himself out.
I mean, you cast magic enough, you become a never nude. Just permanently clothed. It's fine. It's not a problem. He's committed to the church.
Take a shower and maintain your modesty at the same time.
You know what?
Lathander.
He's on to something.
He's walking the talk. We should all be so lucky.
On
I'm
Tuesdays, he brews
interested.
himself.
Yeah, you want that old man?
I'm not like that.
Not again.
I'll never be free.
Never. Not while you keep me in your life.
And several more old men enter the scene and take their seats at the altars or the pews.
Mint
Oh my
appears.
god.
Mint's gone to Barovia.
Link
Look
is
out.
That's crazy.
Listen, buddy.
The
we got your
interdimensional
phone back.
guild flopper.
Experience. Real important.
Leave me alone, guys.
While we let that settle, do you hand the bones over to Father Lucian Petrovich?
Well, yeah, I'll help him pick them up off the ground and put them back in the sack. So we can
Would
take
you
'em
like to?
downstairs.
The five of you should come with me down into the catacombs again, and I will show you how to bless and purify. You know, you might. You should be present for this. I invite each of you into the inner sanctum once more.
And I do an
Yes.
insight check.
Absolutely.
Don't know if it's gonna be.
I'm gonna start wearing turtlenecks.
Ooh, yeah. This seems like a really good idea. It's a 7. Yeah. All right, let's go.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Nothing's sketchy at all. No, not at all. As the five of you descend into the same crypt that you were in before, you see as Father Lucian pulls the bones out of the bag, they magically float from his hands into the altar, the shrine here that is dedicated to Saint Angel. As each of the bones lines up perfectly, you count all 200 and however many, whatever it is, 218, something.
We
like
can
that.
barely count to 6.
Calculia strikes again.
They
I
begin
looked
to
it up last
glow
week too.
gold, almost as if they like someone has taken gold leaf and meticulously like painted each of them. They are incredibly shiny, and their light extends like through you. You feel like this presence all around, and this protection, this feeling of safety this feeling of being like held and coddled, like when you were a child, or another time when you did feel safe. And as you begin to glow, Father Lucian turns to each of you. Thank you. That should restore everything. You are most welcome to stay here for as long as you wish. And now that the protections have been restored to the town, we can say, Strahd, that fucking devil, we're gonna put him down.
Handsome devil.
Good luck, Grandpa.
Agreed.
Well, I won't yuck your yum, but he is tricky. Not always doing what he says he will do. And now we have returned to a part where we can resist. Each of you, resist. Good.
Yeah. Well,
Sure.
Yes.
Yep.
Good luck.
Depends on dinner.
Love to.
usually.
Oh, dinner, of course. Now that now that I have restored my power as well, I would be happy to make dinner for you. It is a humble abbot's dinner, but you'll find it is quite tasty.
Anything will beat the mayor's house. Tell you what.
Grew-
Hey, speaking of
Attempted to grow these vegetables myself.
Speaking of the glorious light of Saint Andrew, do you have any way to maybe help some of our friends, maybe with like a bit of protection of some sort? We have reason to believe that there are up to 2 vampire spawn elsewhere in the town.
Well, I'm because we are starting this resistance and we're in this together. You may return here at any time. And he produces a key for you. These will unlock the front door of the church, should you require entrance. And they also unlock one of the spare rooms in the back.
Like, that's very kind of you.
As for healing, he'll walk over. Do I have permission to heal you? Iain, what's your name?
Yes, please. I would really appreciate that, sir.
Yeah, and he humbles like a prayer and then touches you on the shoulder as you feel energized, and you heal for 16 points of healing.
Thank you.
Is there others that require my services?
Oh, well, unless you got some kind of protection from maybe evil things.
The protection, I'm afraid, is tied to these bones. Should any of the ill effects of Strahd overtake one of your party, return here and I can cleanse you.
Hey, that reminds me. Something you just said, Malakai, reminds me. Didn't we, back when we were in that spooky house, didn't we find like a couple spell scrolls? Who took those?
That's right.
I do have a note that we got someone. I don't know which one of us would have pocketed them. Somebody has a scroll of bless, protection from poison, and spiritual weapons stashed. Just found that in my notes while I was stashing the key.
I just have a bunch of bones from that house.
Might have been me. Pretty sure. Okay.
I also see a bullseye lantern and a
3 spell scrolls, Zhannan. Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, do you know any place in the city? Say, have you seen anything that looks like this? And I'll notion to Zhannan's bling on their wrist.
Why, I do know about these. I mean, well, you could say that those are promise rings from the devil himself. Strahd uses these to make pacts with certain elements around here. For a modicum of strength, they are permitted to a certain level of power within the realm, and upon completion of the task, this detriment can be removed. Should they fail in their task, well, to ash they return.
Yeah, we saw some of that happening. This one in particular is from Henrik. Seems like Henrik had made a deal with your boy Milivoy, who's a total dick, by the way, and I like notion of the footprint like on my coat. Gave me a right boot, he did. Didn't appreciate that. Milivoy, and it looks like Milivoy sold the bounds to Henrik, the little bastard. You want us to go and deal with him right now? It'd be my pleasure,
Milivoy.
absolutely.
This is quite a betrayal. I will trust you to use your discretion when dealing with Milivoy. You have my blessing.
Right, well, we'll get him to dig one more grave, how about? Or is that too severe? You know him, I don't.
Hold on, rein it in a little there. I mean, he's just a
Well,
kid.
you know, but he's a terrible person, so, you know, it's not like we're really losing out on much.
You know, he's got
He's
got time to
misguided.
turn around.
I'm afraid I have not been the father figure that is required for his life. I have attempted to guide him, and he holds a lot of anger, it is true. But I do not think death is an appropriate. That being said, he would have killed all of us by having this removal.
What do you think would make Milivoy stray from the light of Lathander?
Well, do what must be done. I cannot watch.
Act either,
Let's
apparently.
go have some fun.
I'll
Think that's
prepare
enough?
dinner
Yeah.
for 6, not 7.
Should we like run him out of town?
I
Think?
don't think we
Just
need to
turn-
kill him.
He's just like, hang on. This kid's like 17. Like, you know, everybody has a couple years when you're growing up in your shitty small town where, like, you know, maybe you do some nasty stuff to some people. Like, yeah, he just kind of needs to stretch his legs and get out of here. I don't think, you know, I understand what he did, Malakai. That was pretty rude. Like, you know, can't say I haven't done the same thing.
Ruben
when I
kicked
was
me
a
into a
kid,
bloody
but-
tree.
Yeah, that was
Not
pretty
just
But
shitty.
you lived.
there and watched it.
What do you
That's-
And for that, we should kick him into a bloody tree.
Well, I definitely
Tit
can't
for
do
tat.
that. Well, I got
But-
a great idea. Let's turn him into an animal and then give him a punt.
You want to kick
You
an
can-
animal?
Well, it's still Milivoy. I mean, it can be like a shitty animal.
But-
You know, like one of those weird heels.
So you'd rather
or something? Like that's-
Turn him into an animal and kick an animal instead of just kicking
Well,
a
'cause
human
he's
being?
small, right? Like, you know, he gets to feel what it's
We
like
have
to
a
be
big
small.
fighter. We don't need to make him small.
Can kick him as he is.
Okay,
But I
well,
don't think
I'll
that
let
he
you
should
dole out the
be-
justice, because I feel like I'm just going to get a bit extreme with it, honestly. I'm a bit eager to see...
You're in your emotions. We understand.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Why don't
At the
you
end of the
dole
day,
it?
he is a troubled child.
And who did this
Holy
because he
common
didn't
law.
feel adequately protected. Right? It was about a younger sibling.
Mhm.
He didn't feel like he or his sibling were protected, and he wanted some form of power or control. He's lashing out over something that's lacking.
Often when you're backed into a corner, you feel you have no choice but to lash out.
Or kicked into the tree? Just to...
Do you think he should be kicked into a tree, though?
Well, I just...
Yeah, I concur with the
already
kicked into a
removed- I'm
tree.
abstaining. So, you lot decide what punishment befits dooming an entire town to death through undeath by betraying the god that and the people that took him in, and his
But-
brother took him in.
He didn't really doom the town
Well, he
because
tried.
we stepped in.
but he knew what he was doing.
And he's a
Just
I
child.
thought it would bring something better.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Or
If,
did the coffin
leaving him-
maker maybe tell
Trick him?
him that things would be better than his young mind could perceive?
Look, I mean, if you're
The other way.
looking around this place, can you tell me growing up here you would think any of this is worth saving? Because I can't say I would. I feel like,
Exactly.
Malakai, would it make you feel better if he, like, apologized to you, you know, if he sort of
No,
understood
not
why?
at all. It would never be genuine. Like you said, he's a shithead 17-year-old.
So let's just humiliate him and kick him into a tree.
I mean,
In
I
front
like
of
that
everybody.
idea. And then let his pseudo-dead, his father, if you will, deal with him. Right, I mean, go ahead. Let's go. Let's do this.
Maybe the
Kick this kid into a
punishment could
tree.
be more on the shithead dad. Punishment is that you have to learn morals, kid.
I feel as though he needs a change of pace. And perhaps to see what the rest of the world has to offer.
Or at least Barovia, because, there's no getting out.
I mean, that's what happened to me, right? I got the hell out, wow, when I was 17, I blew off my shithole small town to go join the Zent, and, look how I turned out.
I happen to know some
Huh.
people who help troubled youth, such as him. Perhaps
Like
I
a
could persuade him to
boot
go.
Boot camp or
Yeah.
Expedition
to the
In the
mountain.
land of Barovia, he'll probably be dead by
Yes.
the night. But yeah, if that's what you guys want to do.
I mean, honestly, if he were banished to the mountain, he probably wouldn't be able to get away with this shit.
Right,
I don't
well,
know about
certainly
the
wouldn't
word
be vexed.
banished.
I'm here.
More
Or
like
we could tell the mayor.
welcome.
I'm sure the mayor would have some opinions about serious crimes. Maybe he'd get a public spanking like those other people. All they couldn't do was smile. They were just bummed out. This one tried to kill everybody.
I think this is a wonderful time to remind you that those 5 graves have been filled and there were 5 people in the town square.
I noted that in my notes earlier. Like,
That's great.
That's crazy.
I do think the kid
Damn,
should
that's
be
nuts.
removed from this situation. Obviously, this place is not treating him well, and he's not doing well. And though I hate to agree with you, Sister Attala, I do think he would fare better in your hometown. That's an option. They have many social services that could help this child sort of find a purpose and a path that is more beneficial than
So glad
this.
you agree.
All right, great plan.
Not like I need
Let's
your
go.
fruit
I'll pull out the wand of polymorph.
Oh my
Be
god.
you don't do something, I will.
Take
Do
a
you think
walk,
they'd be bad if we
Malakai.
just
I'll walk it off. Fine.
be
Oh,
easier to
sure.
mail if he were a small critter like a beetle or a worm?
Well, it only lasts a little bit, so could get pretty interesting for the courier.
Let's go talk to Malevoy.
Yeah, as you approach, you notice that this gravedigger, he has once again removed his shirt, and he's glistening with sweat. But you also notice that there's a water skin nearby.
Oh,
Poser.
Yeah, he's just leaning on his shovel, hair in the wind a little bit, just kind of looking off into the distance as you approach.
All for the gram anyway.
Strahddy Graham.
I'm gonna clap Sister Attala on the shoulder and kind of shove her forwards.
I'm very surprised at the unexpected touch. I shoot you a little bit of a glance, but ultimately understand what you're doing. I approach, just say, so,
Oh,
We retrieved the
returned.
bones.
oh, you did. Well,
Of course we did.
that's a shame. Damn shame.
A shame.
He like very methodically like goes over to one of the gravestones and like picks up the towel that's hanging there. Looks at you. Looks back at you. So, did you come back for me?
In a way. It seems as though you are not in an environment where you can reach your fullest potential. Actions, I understand, due to your position, you felt that the actions that you've taken were appropriate. Though dooming an entire group of people for your own gain is not that wise. I've set up a place for you where hopefully you can get the start in life that you didn't have before. Very kind people. They will not punish you for this transgression. They won't even really know that it happened. But they'll set you on the right path. It's my hometown. It's people I know. It's people I trust. And when I'm done here in Barovia, I will come say hi. Pay a visit. See how you're
Get
doing.
me out of this shithole?
Of course I can. And I reach into my bag, which is very well organized. Everything has a pocket. Pulls out a little business card, sized piece of thick paper. On one side has her name with the full title, and on the back, coordinates or like a little map, fairly simple, to another town not far from here with a contact name of who to approach in that town. And I hand it over and say, if you're interested, go here.
How do I get there? Are you gonna send me?
Of course.
Now?
Yes.
How?
Obviously, pack first.
I'm packed. This is all I
Great.
own. Wait, he picks up his shirt. This is all I own.
Double included.
Wow. I'll be sure to let them know that you need another shirt.
Don't need another shirt. It's the only one I need to wear for my entire life.
There's plenty of shirts where you're going.
You don't need more than one shirt. That's crazy.
I do
that's
like how
absolutely
you
wild.
think. I do agree with that. As somebody who only really wears one outfit. Yeah.
New shirt.
Can I ask what he needs to get out of here? Besides the map.
If there's a way, yeah, travel-wise, you can't leave Barovia. You can certainly
That's it.
try to send him out of here. He doesn't have a horse or means of like expedited travel. Is he going to try and walk? If you give him a direction, he'll walk in that direction. But you know that the gray mists will surround him and not let him out. Just like when you attempted to exit, when you tried to walk back through the mist that you came in through, it did not lead back to the material plane, to where you are from, where you all were snatched from. I mean, those of you think that you're here on a mission to hunt down the devil, Strahd. But perhaps maybe not so.
Whatever you're gonna do, kid, you can't stay here, because if you do, we're gonna tell the mayor what you did, and you'll be fitting yourself into one of these bloody holes, and your coffin will suck because your friend only has one arm. It's gonna suck at that job now.
Yeah, well, at least I don't suck as hard as you.
Well, I mean, that's your opinion. I could crush you in a bloody second, but my friends don't want me to do that. So maybe you could be taught a lesson, and you likely will be when you're traveling Barovia all alone, and you'll have that to think about, because you wanted to protect your brother, but your brother's staying here, where he belongs, because hopefully he doesn't turn out hot. Yeah, oh, tough. Yes, big and strong and sweaty. Yes, very intimidating. And I'll like pull out the like bits of like stone hand that I collected, and I was like, "You want to take a piece of your friend with you, or maybe some of the vampires that we fucking crushed, kid? Like, get out of our face. If that's all you got to pack, then say your goodbyes and start walking. And if I see you out on the road, I might just show you how to treat people with respect, or what happens when you don't, you little bastard. So try it again, you little angry bastard. Come on.
Picks up his shovel,
Fucking
turns
try
on
it,
his
mate.
foot, and like begins to march out, like at the back of the church grounds, out of the city. You can see like where the wall and like the back of the church is. There's a gate that exists here. As he begins to march out, like towel and shirt, one shirt in one hand, shovel in the other. And
I'll
it's just
cast minor
angry walking.
illusion of a tiny version of me on his shoulder, just like waving. Boy. Boy.
Like tries to like.
Boy.
Malakai,
What?
you
I was nice. I was trying to
Deserve-
teach you to listen.
you deserve to be kicked.
That's true. I don't agree with it.
I did think that the kid needed a purpose, but I think now his purpose is going to be a little shit. Because he's been rejected by literally everyone instead of
yeah.
offered an alternative option.
Look,
Yeah,
it'll
you
be
can
it'll be
kick up.
character building. You know, he'll go out in there and make his own way in the world. It'll be very, instructive
Trust
for
me,
him.
as somebody that got kicked out of their hometown and didn't get a choice to leave, I certainly learned a lot on the road. It certainly humbled me enough not to, be an aggressive little shithead to everybody I meet and pick on small people and bully them. He thinks he's so big and strong. Well, I'm sure he'll sort that out with the troves of wolves tonight, because he doesn't even have a tent or a place to go.
So you
Almost
believe that
like
fighting
that.
trauma with trauma is acceptable?
That's all I know. I don't know anything else. I've been on my own since I was a fucking kid.
What's
I'm
that?
not walking around bullying people, even now that I can do powerful
Oh.
magics.
So
You
what
are
was
not
just
bullying people. You are not bullying
He's a
children.
child. I was 3. He just buried 5 innocent people in the ground because the mayor thought that they should smile more. You need to
What
find out
I
if
think-
it's
Other
wrong.
choice
I think
did
he
he have?
He has a
buried them
choice.
because he was told to, and he's a child, and if he doesn't abide by what he's told to do by the adults in this wretched shithole, he probably gets punished, or at least made to feel even more significant than he already does. I do agree that his attitude is abhorrent, and he needs perhaps a humbling, but I also believe that this stems from deep insecurity.
Strahd! As each of you turn, you see that Milivoy has walked out of the town and yelled for Strahd as a raven swoops down and changes into a very familiar form. As Sister Attala, your arm begins to tingle and burn as the mark of Strahd on you. As you look out, you see Strahd smile at each of you and then take Milivoy and bite him in the neck as they disappear.
Oh, come on. He didn't even win the show. God damn.
You've got to be kidding.
I mean, I'm not into... It turns me off a little that he's going after somebody so young. It's a bit questionable.
Grooming 102 over there.
He's learning a valuable lesson about not having any blood in his body.
Yeah, that's the lesson
He's
you
a
wanted to teach
child
him.
being pushed
Maybe.
into madness.
So now we
As
have
they
to go save
disappear,
him.
You just get the sense of almost dread, and you feel like the protections of the church and the ritual you just went through springing up into action as a golden glow emanating from the church bursts out, and you feel a little more repulsed now that this has happened, that the church is restoring a bit of your sanity.
Well, the lives
boy.
of the
Yes.
offender
So
was-
how do we tell his pseudo father that we just let his mortal enemy eat his child?
Well, we don't know for sure that he's been eaten yet. He might be coming up on vampire spawn number 7.
I mean,
Either way,
Yes.
his soul is in the hands
technically
of
he
death
did
now.
just get consumed. His soul is no longer his own.
How far away are they?
Is that what you wanted, Malakai?
Is there something you want to do before Strahd disappears?
Well,
Can I just ask, like, so it's too late to save him, right?
Is there something you want to do about it?
well, if Strahd is 60 feet away, I would attempt to cast polymorph on Strahd.
You can certainly try.
Okay.
Okay,
time, thinking
Ian sits back with some
Hardline's
popcorn.
Salamander.
Is anyone else trying anything?
Look, I gotta keep. It's hard. I have a hard enough time keeping my head attached to my body as it is. I like that kid, but I ain't sticking my neck out that far for him.
I
I
am
only intervene
soft
with
and
someone's
fleshy
fate when I
human.
must.
25 to save.
Well, he did not turn into a salamander.
Darn.
Yeah, he just kind of
Does he know you're trying?
but cannot enter into the city. You see him kind of reach out. Is there anything anyone else would like to do before he disappears with Milivoy?
I don't think there's anything I can do.
Leave the
A
blood.
bit young for you,
alone.
freak.
You see him mouth something, but you can't hear what he has to say. The protection.
I'm observant. If he's speaking in a language that I can understand, I can see what he's saying.
Oh fuck yeah! Let's go. Okay, so what Strahd is saying about the situation? When you he's saying he's not food nor love. He's simply mine.
Does Zhannan share that?
Yeah, as Strahd is saying it, Zhannan is mimicking it quietly. It's not food nor blood, just mine. Ew! It's
Not
almost
for long.
worse.
Yeah, I
Just
think
want
that's
to own a child, a freak?
Getting the feeling boundaries aren't a big thing with this guy.
As you repeat those words, each of you kind of think to the spawn that you just took out in the basement. And that perhaps he's making nothing.
Oh no.
Is that the game show prize?
Oh.
Well, in the end, I guess he got what he wanted. More power.
Yeah.
Good for him.
But that's
Definitely.
not what he needed.
Well,
We
he couldn't stay
definitely
here. I'm not the
fucked
one that
that
just
one.
fucking turned him into a bloody vampire. We all agreed he had to go. And he
Not that
Essentially,
way!
Well, I
committed
didn't fucking
spiritual.
march him into Castle Ravenloft. I fucking
Um,
disappeared and did that.
All
that
right,
could hit
all
me
right.
any-
Break it up. The real bad guy is out there. We are in here. Arguing amongst ourselves right now is not going to get us out of here any faster. So let's take a second, feel our feelings, and maybe go pay the mayor a visit.
The kid won't be
yeah.
the last victim.
All right.
That's ominous.
Sorry.
Before we go do that, or I guess as we are on the way, Sister Attala is going to kind of hold Malakai back from the group a little bit, walk right up to him, arms crossed, staring down with the most intimidating, piercing glare, and say, "You are the one that I pity the most, and who I believe needs the most saving." And then continue on with the group.
All right. I accept your pity. Because you're right, I do need it. Says to himself and just like, that's what you're for. His hat just like wiggles on the top of his head. We don't need him. We got each other. And he'll just start like slowly pacing behind.
Monster Hat's kind of cute, honestly.
So you fast track to the Burgomaster's mansion.
We set it on fire. No,
I mean, that's up to you.
I mean, that's what I can get behind, I'm not gonna lie. This guy fucking sucks.
Yes, and you head up. The gate guards will permit you to enter.
we're back for more terrible supper.
But we have the other guy's making a supper. We can't.
No, but it's a good one. I was just saying that to the guards to fool them.
Oh, I see.
The guards pay you no attention and just like kind of stand at attention. They're not responding to you, but do allow you to pass. Like they lift their spears.
Make sure you buy your tickets for the festival in a few days. A great show is going to be taking place.
But
Feels like we should. I'd be really curious to talk to these guys now that the protection's back on the town. See if anything, their vibe has changed at all.
Okay, as we go into the mayor's office, are we going to hold him to task about humiliating and murdering 5 innocent people, or are we just going to be like, yeah, we stopped the baddie and then one of the kids died? How do you guys want to morally high ground this one?
I mean, I feel like we had a plan and it didn't work, so.
Well, we know that, there's something else going on here besides just the Strahd thing. The rod is not just outside of the gates, it's inside of it. There's 5 dead people buried in that churchyard because of this guy. So, it'd be good to know why.
I'm just like, all you.
Who has the most charisma in our group that's not the one who just sent a young boy to his death?
No, we all did it.
Just for technicality, Milavoy did call for Strahd.
Yes, but I'm blaming Malakai because he's like, get out of here, when Sister Attala's like, here, this is how I'm gonna help you. That's my reasoning.
Mhm.
I mean, it's
And she's livid,
not great.
I don't.
but stone face, so it's a little hard to tell. Zhannan probably knows.
Know what?
The Burgomaster addresses you. Who is speaking up?
All right,
Eh,
Bucko.
Poe. Let's go, Poe.
So, we noticed you got some really interesting ways you're running the town these days. How are you feeling now that the light of Lathander once again blesses your fair city?
interesting ways? Whatever do you mean?
We met a couple folks you might have told to smile more in the town square.
Yes, of course. Everyone needs to smile more. All will be well. All will be well.
I don't think all is that well right now.
All will be well. Come on. All will be well.
What if it's not?
Are you saying all is not
And
well?
what?
Are you saying
No,
I'm
I'm
not leading
saying-
these people satisfactorily? Are you saying that I'm not responsible enough to make sure everyone is well? All will be well.
Okay, don't get your tighty-whities in a twist. I said, what if? It's not.
I will not entertain this judgment of yours. All is well. All will be well.
Those are
I
two
think
different
he is
things.
just a shitty lead. Can't even consider what if something bad happened.
You don't have a backup plan for if everything you want to happen doesn't happen. It's not the best way to lead a group of autonomous people.
Look, I thank you for your service to the church and continuing the wellness of this town. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Really?
I'm curious why you were so totally unconcerned about the army of undead that was gonna, roll over the whole village up until about 30 minutes
Well,
ago.
over. We've got an army here. What are you talking about?
Well,
We will resist Strahd to the last.
Doesn't seem like you're doing much resisting.
Oh, but we are, because all will be well.
got like a well in town. Is there like a physical, actually, was there a physical well somewhere in the city?
There are a couple in town, yes. There's 3.
Not like a really remarkable big one. Okay.
No.
They're expanding the town into a
Wordplay.
giant well.
It's all gonna be a well.
That's a thought.
Army or no army, Strahd thralls have infiltrated your protective bubble. And
Not possible, not possible.
folks, well, it has happened, and it is possible, and it did happen. So,
I don't believe you.
Do I have any
Ooh.
scars left over from getting attacked by the vampire spawn?
Certainly.
Okay, Iain pulls down his like shirt collar and goes, "Then what the hell is this? And why was it in Henrik's basement?"
Guards! 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 12 guards enter into the room.
Great.
Settled.
Fine. I lived. Barely.
You are afflicted with the curse!
What curse? Speak plainly. We've been trying to help you, but all you've done is give us the runaround.
If you've been scratched by one of those creatures, you could be afflicted. You could be a danger to this town.
I think I'm fine.
Is that actually how it works? Can I roll a history check?
Yes.
I guess they were vampire spawn. I don't know. I don't know if that's how that
Origins
works.
sanctified by the Church of St. Andrews when we returned the
That's
relics.
Jeez.
So you no need for that. All curses lifted.
Oh yeah, good point. I got a 3, so Poe is like sitting there like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Ian's gonna turn into a vampire. Like, holy shit.
Andrews!
cursed.
It's Saint Angel! How dare you! Angel is the one that patron saint of this town!
Andrew, that's the
Yes,
one.
yes.
Bad with names. My apology.
I accept your apology.
Curse should be lower on your list of worries than the 2 thralls currently running around your town, who knows where.
Mhm.
We have confirmation that 6 were sent to this village, and 4 have been disposed of.
Oh, show him your
You're welcome.
show him your things, Ann, and show him your the
Thing.
bangle.
Yeah, I picked up this sick new bracelet when we fought them.
It's stunningly gorgeous!
Yeah, it is. It was also first. Anymore,
I'll give
though.
you 10
Curse has been
electrum for it.
expended.
I feel like it's worth more
Why
than
do
that.
you want it?
It's beautiful.
Oh, you're cut out.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, tell you what, if you can
I'll start
find me
right
the
now.
other one,
15 electrum.
I will
And
give
he
it to
hands
you if you can
an
find
IOU 15 electrum. Huh?
if you can find matching bracelet. You
Fine.
can
20, and he's got his like initials next to the scratched out part.
Neither him or his wife are wearing bracelets, are they?
Not that you can see. You notice like the rich red and gold robes of the burgomaster, the several layers of white linen, well, dull white linen that are underneath, cover anywhere that there might be some sort of bangle. The Baroness, currently standing at his side, her hands are behind her back.
You know, I'd only really feel comfortable selling this to a real connoisseur of beauty and the arts and
Lydia,
Henry.
I need the... And she produces and extends one hand, no bangle on it, handing him a piece of parchment. See? Connoisseur!
connoisseur.
It's a very
What?
formal-looking piece of parchment with several signatures you do not recognize, stating that the burgomaster is a connoisseur.
Just in general. Just certified connoisseur.
Of what? Just in general.
Who's to say?
Yeah, anyone can have a fancy piece of paper.
Oh,
You got
chat!
a
I
collection
really want it!
you
I
could
want it
show
now!
me? You perhaps got others like it to prove that you could, like, actually take care of a piece so...
Wait, are you saying it's not
valuable
one of a
as this?
kind? I'm not interested anymore!
It's not what I said. I said like it. Other fineries, other jewelries of...
I am now a
Similar
little bit more
materials?
interested.
You own anything like this, sir?
And like he pulls out like this beautiful necklace that he's wearing, diamond shaped gold necklace with a huge ruby in the center. You see, connoisseur.
Can I? I mean, I'm not. Can I elbow somebody discreetly to be like, and just be like, does this guy seem sus to you? Somebody who wants above the table, somebody who wants to do an insight check, but.
I mean, outside of him having a different voice, no.
Yeah.
My insight is
How
not very
about
good.
the send the Baroness, like, now that we've restored the relics, does she seem at all like her demeanor different or more lively or brightened by?
Yes, in fact, you've noticed that just because I don't have two mouths, you've noticed that at every comment that the burgomaster has made, she has been giving little giggles, like covering her mouth, and like there's a little bit more of a shine to her.
Can I try and see if she has a direct familiarity when the bangle is like presented and like gaudy disposition? Like, is she more like, does she recognize it more?
The only reaction you get out of her is that she touches her own chest at the same moment that he pulls it out.
I suppose
I-
it doesn't mean they're wearing a bracelet.
Can I insight on the pendant
Sure.
things?
Give me
If
better than a
it's-
13.
10.
This is definitely a magical pendant. That's about all you can recognize.
Hmm.
Well, that is an impressive piece. But I don't feel comfortable selling you an incomplete set. So when I find the other one that matches this, and I can sell you both at full value so that, you're receiving the best deal here, then I will bring them back.
I accept your gift.
Right. Future gift. Maybe. In exchange for some money. So future purchase. But yes, I will bring them back to you once I find the other one.
Well, that's a whole new contract. As he snaps his fingers, the one that the IOU in your hand shreds itself.
It will still put me money for them,
Burgomaster,
but
could you tell me what would be the punishment for somebody stealing from the church in order to release like the protection magic and perhaps like have the undead descend on all of your constituents?
Well, that's pretty clear in here. And he pulls out this huge book of like laws, flips it onto the table, flips to a certain section. Yep, 27 alpha, right here, big writing. 5 days in the stockade, and then death.
Are there any punishments for
specific
things
number?
in this town that do not end in death?
He flips for a good minute. Oh, 1.
What's that?
If you prepare vegetable broth under the full moon, 3 days in the stockade, and then you must eat it cold. Oh, I
Are you
apologize.
punishing
And then
people
death.
for making soup?
Oh, read the end.
Fine print.
Actually,
It's
read
always
the
the
whole
last
thing.
word of the anything.
That's how they get ya.
So no, everything ends in death.
And you wrote these laws? Or were they like given to you?
No, I only wrote some of them.
Just keeping up with tradition.
You write the
or-
ones that also ended in death? Was that like you two?
Oh, and in death, I don't own the copyright to that, but yes.
who is the lawmaker in these lands? I don't believe I've met a sheriff or any such thing.
Well, I've made some of these laws, and my predecessors have made laws.
Just your
Other than that, if you
predecessors?
leave Valaki, it's Strahd's laws.
I'm assuming those also all end in death.
And in death.
Yeah.
Tough world, isn't it?
You know, everything ends
Yes.
in death if you really think about it. Says Poe.
I'm. If you
Now,
want to
is
get
there
deep
another
about
reason
it,
that
yes, I
you're here?
suppose so.
I've already charged you with performing at the festival.
We just were looking to. We just wanted to share with you the glorious news that you can tell your people of Valakai they are free now.
Well, half
You know,
free.
the relics have been returned. We just wanted you to know that first, and that we were the cause of that, and that there was a fugitive, but they fled.
I see. You're here for a favor. Got it. No problem.
Yes.
1 night stay at the Blue Water Inn. Here you go.
Well, I mean, thought you could do a
Thank
bit better
you.
than that. Baroness, this news is also for you. I just wanted to let you know that the light of Lathander has returned. And that we would be honored by your presence at the church tonight when we share dinner with your brother.
I'm afraid I'll be indisposed.
It's unfortunate. Your presence would have certainly brought an even brighter light to the inside of the temple. It's our pleasure to serve with you and for you.
I'm afraid my party for my dearest friends will be taking place this evening, and I will not be able to attend this service, but it is no matter. Do say
We're
hello
here.
to my dear brother if you go. Is that why you're
We will.
asking me?
Well, a little bit. We just
Yes.
thought that you might be excited about the aspects of your
Unlike my
righteous
brother,
order.
I still care about the people of this town. I offer them warm meals and comfort in these trying times, especially to the most needy. Please, remind my brother that he is supposed to be gifting charity. Food is meant for all, and I will share what I have.
Has he been
Not that
less than
rule that
generous
you fed us
lately?
earlier. I on a bit of a show and it didn't taste very good. I don't think give that.
I'm afraid the tithings have not been what they used to be, and thus the food that he generates is not as nutritious as it is required to be. Though if you have restored the bones, he may have a modicum of power once more.
In like, you happy about that?
She does indeed, or he does indeed provide these wafers that will satiate you for a time.
Well,
And if
see you at
he's
the festival. We'll be the ones on stage and you'll be the ones clapping.
I see. Well, I see no reason for you to stay here. Right, my husband? Right! Be gone! You're done! We'll see you at the festival!
All right.
Enjoy your stay at the inn!
Peace out.
I guess as we scuttle out the doorway, or at least I do. I guess it's kind of like
Same.
well, here's the sense I'm getting. I feel like, if we were to sleep tonight at the church, probably be safer. But I also feel like, we might tempt fate a little bit sleeping at the inn, which could potentially be interesting.
I
Yeah,
think
I mean,
it's safer
we'd
to
definitely
sleep
make a
at the
target.
church.
Yeah, but I think
For sure.
on Poe's point, if we make a bit of a target of ourselves, we might be able to flesh out the other two bitey boys.
But wouldn't we put the other people staying at the inn in danger by bringing them to the
Yeah, a
inn?
little bit. I mean, they're in no more or less danger than they are where we're hiding. They might be in less danger if we're hiding in the church and not trying to solve this unleft problem.
I feel like
We need to
danger.
return to the church. We can, but I do think that we could get maybe some information out of some people elsewhere, or like as mentioned, find the other two thralls.
Let's
And
talk.
as we figure out what we are going to do next, we're going to take a short break.
Thank God.
Please go water yourselves, human yourselves as much as you need, and we will return in a few moments. Hello and welcome back to Fablemancers. We are in the middle of Valaki, where the Burgomaster is sketchy as fuck and everyone hates him.
Correct.
It's an acquired taste.
He's a lot.
Very
he's a lot-
acquired.
At least one person loves him. Like, he's got a wife that seems very nice.
I don't
Or
trust
is
her
she
either, to be
sinister?
fully honest.
No.
She is hot though, so she's got that going for her.
Yeah, absolute smoke show compared to her husband. Yep, 100% much nicer.
Ain't that just the way?
Which in turn also makes her brother, Father Lucian, also a smoke show.
Mm-hmm.
Mint, are you still in that temple?
I told you, get that hot old man. What did I say?
I don't know.
Wow, I'm just really uncensored.
Mint is still in Barovia, doing great things. Living Mint's best life.
You never said that he was hot. You never mentioned
It was
that.
implied.
To my mind, it was implied.
He's a priest.
Do I have time to add another character into this campaign? I'm just asking for a friend.
Always time. Just a plethora of NPCs.
Dual wielding.
Look like me.
What?
crazy.
Just lined up outside the church.
Wild. Okay, you are on your way to the Blue Water Inn. Walking through town, you see Isaac give you kind of like a little like, I'm watching you as you leave the Burgomaster's mansion.
Same minor illusion on his shoulder, just waving.
He chooses to do nothing. Nothing at all. You still see that the one guard is still like following behind you, like trips over a barrel. Disadvantage on all his stealth checks. Is not great at this. Let me pull up this. That's what I want. So as you approach the Blue Water Inn, you see gray smoke billowing from the chimney. It is a large 2-story building. You notice like a really crisp stone foundation. The roof might need a little bit of repair work. It's sagging. I mean, it rains a lot here, so like, meh, it's not the best. Many of the tiles have been like broken or have slipped off and fallen. They have been tidied, so like there's no like debris around the edge of the building. You notice that there are a bunch of ravens here, like so many ravens. Doing a quick count, Iain counts that there are 6 ravens. And Iain, with your massive powers of deduction, you notice that 2 of them are male and the others are female. How anyone can tell crow genders from that distance? Only Iain. Only Iain.
We are one.
That sounds like a mushroom talk to me.
Hey, I didn't say it wasn't a mushroom either.
Like most people that love ravens.
So we were talking about this before. As you walk into the to the front, you immediately notice the well. Like, just talking about a well. Here it is.
All will be.
Is it like I mean, as we approach, I'd be like, hey guys, there is a well. Like, is it
The last time I encountered a well, I caused a flood, so mayhaps I stand back here.
Oh, that's
All
right.
will be
I
well.
forgot about that. I feel like, just I kind of want to investigate the well. Does anybody want to come help me take a look at this thing? It's a little bit suspicious. He kept saying that really insistently, and
You hear
I
a
mean,
growl
my
from
investigation is
somewhere.
+6.
It's definitely not from this plane of existence. It's almost as if coming from behind the screen of someone. You feel like
Check
a
out the
fourth wall
well.
breaking.
Yeah.
It's just a well.
is this like
Smell
Really
is
like
it a gazebo?
surprisingly tasty water. A little sweet. Reminds me of the meat. It smells a little sweet.
Oh,
Afraid again.
Iain, you pull
I-
the meat back out and you examine it again? It was Iain that examined the meat, right?
Yeah,
Yes, I did. Yes, I didn't take it though. Poe has it.
Oh, Poe has
I
it.
do have it. That's true.
Do you ask? You get a sense that you want to look at this meat again.
How do you phrase that question, Iain?
Hey, Poe. You know the how do I say this? The mystery meat. You still
Oh,
got
yeah.
that?
Oh yeah.
Can I see your meat?
I mean, normally you gotta take me to dinner first, but like,
No, I didn't.
Bit of a
Oh,
bracket.
sorry. I mean, the bad meat. That's not right. He just takes it sheepishly.
Wait, does that
okay.
imply that Poe's meat is good meat? If this is the bad meat?
You don't know.
I'm not one to tell Poe what their meat is and isn't.
Stitched meat, that's for sure.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna roll investigation. Can I just like compare the meat to the well? I guess. Okay, that is a 17.
Was a 17. It is a very distinctly different sweetness. The sweetness in the well is like more mineral, more. You're not sure how minerals become sweet, but this combination is that. The sweet smell coming from the meat is like something's been added to it. An ingredient that is sweet, and as you examine further, you notice that this sausage has a weird like fruit in it.
Do I know what the fruit is?
It probably is like dates or plums, and you're not sure where those would grow here because they're not. You have never seen a fruit tree here.
Interesting. Is it dried or is it like?
Yeah, it's dried.
Okay, so it's dried with the meat. Okay.
And with the 17, as you examine the meat a little bit further, you know that this is definitely the meat of a carnivore. It is more stringy. It is more muscly, less fatty. And now that you smell it a little more closely, it's got a very distinct smell to it. Like if you've ever seen the difference between bear and like moose, like there's a significant difference in the makeup of the meat, and you can detect that now.
So it's not human.
It is not
or
human.
at least not.
You're pretty sure. You're like 99.99% sure there's no human in there, and if there is, it's the smallest amount that it would not affect you in any way possible.
Great. Okay. And all I can get from the well is that it's just like mineral sweetness, pretty much.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And if
Great.
you take a sip, it's delicious. It's water, like
Amazing.
pure water.
It is a normal well.
This is a normal well.
All is well.
If I
All is
drop a
well.
curse knife down it, it will stay a well. And the meat is not human, guys. Great news. We can eat it. We'll be okay.
Hey.
Yay.
So that's something, yes.
As you approach, I'd like who has the highest passive perception?
Probably me. I'm observant. It's 20.
20, yes. 20 is great. There is no music coming from this tavern. It's almost quiet. You can hear some voices very low, but it's weird. Like even like when you were visiting the indigenous camp, there was music playing. There was always something going on. And this is odd for an inn, for a tavern. You are much more used to liveliness and revelry.
Awfully quiet for a place that's supposed to be an entertainment.
Especially because the working day is over. People are returning to or are coming to the tavern here at the Blue Water, looking for dinner. You see a couple of patrons enter in past you.
Pretty quiet.
Dreary town, makes sense that this place would kind of suck too, honestly. So
It seems odd that they wouldn't provide entertainment to a place where it's illegal not to smile.
Also, with a 20,
Can't even have a bard.
You notice that there are a plethora of black feathers everywhere.
So this is the roosting base for the ravens, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Is there any kind of is there like a stable in the back? I guess they don't get a lot of travelers, but like, are there horses basically?
No, I don't believe there are. I will double check for you. I do not see anything about horses. No. Oh, wait a second. There is a horse.
Single horse, dibs.
Hey.
Like looking at you from where it is stabled, it looks like it's been the only horse here for quite some time. Is looking at you directly, Malakai, while it is eating an apple, and it's just
Got an
as horses
apple.
do.
I'll
A green apple.
I'll cast Mage Hand and like give him like a pat. Good job.
Animal handling, please.
Well, just learn this spell, guys. Check it out. 6.
Oh boy. Okay. You see, okay, this splendid gray mare eating this apple gets patted and frantically starts kicking around and neighing and kicking up a storm. Haze going everywhere. What would you like to do? It is tied up, so it is not getting loose yet.
Okay, yeah, as long as it's not getting loose. I'll cast Unseen Servant and just kind of like hold the rope tighter. You know, kind of keep its head down from going real like and breaking the rope. So, but not interact with the horse.
Athletics? Can it roll athletics?
Can try.
It can certainly try.
Ooh, not bad. 19.
Oh boy.
I don't think they have a very good score here. Has a strength of 2.
My God.
So 19 minus.
Whoa,
5.
19.
Minus.
But
19 minus 5?
Oh, yeah.
So 14?
14.
That's enough. I did not roll well enough. I rolled 12.
It's funny.
the horses were all freaked
months.
out.
Hey, Malakai, you know, if once we maybe we could buy that off of somebody in here. We should
Oh,
go.
I thought exactly. I was just trying to make nice, but apparently I'm not good at that either.
You see that the mare calms down at being held well and goes back to eating apples.
It's also kind of interesting
I
that
think
she's
you
got
handled it.
apples. Like, there's no fruit here. Where's she getting apples from?
Incredible question.
Included.
Where did the apples come from?
Maybe somewhere else in Barovia has orchards.
Maybe somebody, maybe whoever owns her right now is somebody we really want to talk to.
The legendary druid Johnny Appleseed is not present in Barovia.
Oh no, I'm a part of his cult. Help! How did they find me here?
Tiny hands!
I think Zhannan takes a moment to look up at all of the birds on the roof. Because corvids are sometimes associated with his god. And I just wanted maybe insight check on the crows. Like, what is their behavior normal? What are they up to?
Interesting. Yeah, give it a go.
8. Birds.
8 on birds. Which part is this in? Aha. They are a little bit larger than expected. Like a good 20% bigger than regular ravens.
Are they ravens or crows?
They are ravens. They are definitely ravens.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay.
not-
I just wanted to double check.
So they're quite massive compared to
big.
like ravens are large.
Mhm. They're
They're
big.
Not, well, they're not large in the terms of D&D scale. Let's
Sure.
not get ahead of ourselves.
Still,
But they're
chunky
not
boys.
small.
Big.
They're quite
Yeah.
they're quite medium-ish, low medium grade, medium grade raven. Yeah, they look hefty. They look hardy. They also look really like powerful, like muscular ravens. Impressive sight. Do you speak Raven?
I don't think so. I don't think that's a...
I mean, don't ravens speak
Language.
other languages though?
They have a form of mimicry sometimes, yes.
You can mimic chainsaws. Horns.
We're not playing Dead by Daylight.
There's not one of them up there going.
I speak Elvish and Sylvan. Do ravens speak either?
You speak at the Sylvan.
Got Celestial, Common, and Elvish if they speak any of those.
Are you just like tossing lines out there?
I just say something in Celestial to these birds.
And just see what happens.
As you speak Celestial in Valaki, it's a good thing that the protections are up. Yep.
Oh, no. Yikes.
Kick open the door and go in.
Going into the inn.
Yeah.
In at the inn. Everyone following?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you notice that there are a bunch of damn it. There's a bunch of damp cloaks that are hanging from pegs in the entrance. It appears that there was some sort of like freak rainstorm while you were off doing things.
Okay.
Or maybe rain is like really localized in certain areas of Valaki. Like that's it's weird that there's so many damp cloaks here that are hanging by the fire trying to dry out.
I guess if there's no sunlight, they can't really dry either, so it could be days old.
You notice that the tavern is actually quite packed. There's lots of chairs and tables. It's not full, but there's two gentlemen at the bar. They have slung a very large wolf up onto the bar, and are attempting to barter its sale. And then it hits you, Iain. It's wolf meat in those sausages.
There we go. Now we know.
You notice like the bar is like stretching along one of the walls, and under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase, you see there's like several like balconies, like overhangs, so there's more seating upstairs. There's probably more rooms upstairs as well. All of the windows are fitted with really thick shutters and crossbars. And flies over.
Please excuse that this inn lives very close to the airport. So
It was like, please take me! Why do you never take us? We just want to leave!
Why must
no
you
one
mock
is
us?
on the planes. They're just there.
Someone recites a
It's like the
series
buses
of
that
numbers
drive
that could
by the
only be
nonsense.
lost.
Crazy ravens just make all sorts of noises.
You're looking for like maybe a bard playing a lute, and you got the ravens making plane sounds.
Ravens
You
on
know
the
what? At
ceiling.
least there's ambience.
Oh, the plane's in my direction now. I can hear it over here.
You're en route.
That's how you know that plane's leaving for another country. Bye.
Adios.
You see oil lanterns are hanging from the bar and all around. There's really good lighting in here. Better than my flicker lighting from the last scene. You see that there are also many wolf's heads that adorn the walls here.
Oh dear.
You
And then
quickly notice
proofs.
that under most of the wolf heads, you see the names Soldar and Yevgeny. And occasionally you see one of the you see either Nikolai or Karl Watcher. But they only have a few compared to all the others. Like there's maybe 200 wolf heads here. Like the walls are full. And you see like some of the chairs that are closer to the wolf heads are like no one sits there.
Yeah, this
I
is
will.
making me uncomfortable.
This is a lovely room of death.
This seems like a let's go talk to those guys with the wolf. I wonder if one of them knows what's up. I'll saunter my way through to the bar.
You hear the argument going between the barkeep and the two men that are sitting there. You hear one of them say, "But Erwin, this one bigger than the rest. At least worth 5 days stay. 5 more days. I cannot bear to be outside anymore. And I will hunt you more after that time, but I need to rest." And you see like the bartender look up. "Now, I can only give you 3, just like everyone else. If I started handing out extra days, there'd be a rush on the inn, and I can't have that. So, keep it quiet." And slides a piece of paper across to him. As you see Yevgeny like nodding his head and picks up a pint, leaving the wolf behind. As Erwin picks up the wolf, throws it into the back, where somebody behind in the kitchen catches it and begins to prepare it. New folks, welcome. Welcome to the Blue Water Inn. My name is Erwin Matikov, and you may rest here should you buy something. Are you looking for food, drink, a stay?
I hold up the I owe you 1 night stay from the Burgermeister.
I will put this in the pile with the others. You are welcome here at the behest of the Burgomaster. As he takes it, just puts it on a little pike stack. You see there's maybe 50 of these on there.
You got a lot of folks staying here at the behest of the Burgomaster?
The Burgomaster... We have a deal, an accord that we honor. All will be well.
Seemed pretty normal when we seen it.
Normally, it would cost each of you an electrum a night to stay here, but because you are here at the goodwill of the Burgomaster, you may stay here for a night and eat as you wish. I have hot beet soup and fresh bread. But if you want to pay me a little bit more, I can get you a wolf steak. Fresh.
Beets. The beet soup and the bread sounds great to me.
I am happy with the beet soup.
Honestly, I would love a wolf steak.
Zhannan!
What? Fresh?
It is extra. 1 electrum for a wolf steak.
Got that.
Sitting pretty on a few silvers.
I elbow
An
Malakai.
Undeterminate amount.
Right.
I would request that you pay up front.
Makes sense. Say, had any trouble with any of your guests lately? Any other new people come into town?
Why does everyone always ask me for information? I
you
am
meet
a bartender.
everybody. Yeah, you meet everybody.
Sometimes.
And you just see, like most of the time, you probably talk to people in here. Seems like
I believe you are assuming that the Burgomaster's tourist program is actually successful.
We could be living proof unless there's other guests here that are from out of town.
Perhaps you could do me a favor then. I'll give you the wolf steak for free, but I need you to convince the bard to return to his storytelling. He has been silent for far too long.
Did he quit?
Where's the bard?
Over there. That one. And as he gestures, you see... Why is scrolling so difficult some days? You see a resplendent-looking elf with a massive, ridiculous, purple and blue, oversized hat with a feather in it. He might have hair, he might not. It's hard to tell with the hat on. Very strangely, this elf has a mustache and a bit of a goatee. Currently, both feet are up on the table. There's no musical instrument in sight. A very large goblet of wine is in front of him. And he's just kind of he's like, he sees you. I think he's heard something. He tips the hat down over his face, and is pretending to be asleep.
Well, he seems
that
friendly.
elves don't sleep.
He
He knows that elves don't sleep.
I'll order 2 wines, and then we'll take those over there, and I'll kind of hop up in my seat, put one wine down, and slide it across. I heard.
What kind of wine do you buy? There are 2. There's the Purple Crush, which is the generic, really cheap stuff that's only 3 copper. Or do you spend a couple of gold and get the Red Dragon Crush?
Don't have any of that. Gold.
We did get, where is my items list? We got gold in the Death House. We got 25 gold pieces.
Well, I'll just have 2, or whoever else wants one, of whatever the bard's having.
The bard is drinking Red Dragon Crush.
I'll have one for our new friend, and anybody else that wants one.
Get one.
Sure, I'll try some.
Never been much of a wine person myself, really a good mug of ale, kind of, but not drinking these days.
It was a hard afternoon. We did some good work today.
Ale.
Some of us could definitely use a drink. So
I would like
get
one.
one on my share.
Yeah.
Enough for my friends, please.
I only carry wine. I see you really aren't from here. Perhaps that tourist program is working. We cannot make ale.
It's fucking bummer.
Kind of backwater can't make ale, man.
We cannot grow grain of any type.
Fucking.
But you can grow grapes.
I do not pretend to know what Strahd wants. Only that there's enough sun for grapes, but not wheat or barley or other things essential to life.
It's just because it's red, he makes an exception. Part of his vibe.
That is a good point. I would really like to see someone make a white here. I'll add it to the list.
Love a good Moscato.
Is there a place where the wine comes from, outside of town? Is there a vineyard or something like that?
There is. As he gestures you all to lean closer. You gotta keep quiet about this. Our wine supply is dangerously low. Shipments from the Wizards of Wine have been in decline, and we have not had one for months. If the alcohol runs out, I am not sure these fine people will stay fine people. I would offer you whatever you need in order to return shipments here.
Jotting that one down, well, let us solve your immediate bard problem, and we'll sort of take that under advisement for the future.
For a moment, maybe you can have a map to get there from here, and we'll check it out. We don't want your supply to run out. We're worried about the people here. In fact, we got this free room for actually doing something. We helped the town out a little bit, me and my friends.
Well, I'm impressed. Travelers, tourists, welcome to the Blue Water Inn.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's go pay that bard a little chit-chat.
I try the wine. How is it?
As the first thing you notice is the bouquet of this wine is incredibly rich. You get these beautiful notes of like floral and blackberry, and just it's the most incredible experience. As the first sip touches your lips, red currant, black currant, plum, these flavors explode into your mouth. A little bit of like leathery, but like delicious leather, like that deep, rich tone shines through at the bottom note. And its finish is almost sweet, but spiced, and just it's full-bodied and rich. It's also kind of like got like a nice thickness. Like the mouthfeel is incredible. One of the best wines you've ever tasted.
And
Perhaps
I
the
want a red
best.
wine.
No, keep going. Thirsty.
Will pair well with steaks of all kinds.
Wolf steak, perhaps.
Red meats. Maybe not wolf steak, but it's what you got.
I'll put
Roasted
the
dishes
drink
also.
down on the table. Hop up. Greetings, friend, fellow entertainer. Did you
I
guess
cut out.
silence?
I think you cut out.
Oh, it's thinking it's background noise. I'm trying to snore.
Oh.
Noise canceling is like, oh, none of that. We'll let the plane through, but not that.
I got the tail end of it.
Oh God. Do you do anything more? He doesn't seem to be wanting to pay you any attention at the moment.
Yeah, the unseen servant will like sit next to them and just kind of like be cozying up to him, but obviously he's like invisible, so he can't. He like feels somebody sitting next to him, but can't see anybody. Want to just make some room, friend? Scoot over a little bit. We'd love to chat with you about your barddom. We're some out of towners here to perform for the festival. Are you here to perform?
What?
as well?
Out of towners? Why didn't you say so?
We're rich.
I've
too.
been waiting to perform for real tourists for so long.
Right. Well,
Rictavio at your service.
Rictavio. That is a.
And
great
if you
start
fancy
to-
Rictavio,
I do. Rictavio. That's all.
Only my
well-
lovers call me that, though, so please.
Well, we'll see where the night goes. I only bought you the one drink there, you cheeky bugger. I heard you tell some pretty great stories. Is that a fact?
Story time? Well, then, friends, gather round, for I shall regale you with a whirlwind of adventure and terror. From the cobblestone streets of Tribor to the eerie corridors of buried and forgotten a temple, the hunter confronts ghastly creatures as he carves through them to his nemesis, the werewolf Gristlebane! His Gristlebane's terror runs deeper than carnage, deeper than darkness, deeper than lost souls, for he plots to open a portal to Shadowfell, where an army of Shadowkai ready for invasion. The hunter, quick to act, knocks a silvered arrow, loses thrice in succession, aimed directly for the beast's head. But lo, Gristlebane, master of the 9 arms, caught one, caught two, and a third he knocked aside with his snout. Ricocheting off the stone, laughing Gristlebane snaps the shafts of the arrows as he lunges for the hunter, claws rending flesh from the hunter's shoulder. Pain, excruciating pain. Drip, the hunter clutches at his wound. Drop, the hunter snaps his fingers. Lunge, Gristlebane attacks out in a fury. Pop! An explosion of silver dust! Fall! The hulking beast returns to human form! Crunch! The hunter strikes with thunder over mountain! Dead! Gristlebane's terror! is ended. And I was there. I saw the entire thing myself.
Does
Ahem.
does that mean you're from, you've been to Tribor then, which is not in Barovia?
Of course I've been to Tribal. I've been everywhere.
Thank God, somebody else. Okay, you gotta level with us, buddy. How did you get in here, and how the hell did we get out?
Same way you got in, friend. Wandering the roads one day. Grey mist everywhere. Tried to turn back. And then here. Again. And again. The same torment every day. But now, new life. New people, new stories. Tell me, friends, what is your story?
Well, I got quite a tale, but I usually charge for that as well. And I'll, like, slide a gold across the table for a great story.
He takes the feather out of his hat, and it is a quill, as he signs a piece of paper and hands it over to you. My payment. An autograph from the famous Rictavio.
I'll, like, fold it up in my hands and try to make it disappear.
You sleight of hand? Performance? You choose.
We'll go sleight of hand 18.
He's not a wisdom-based class. It's gone.
Well, we are wayward travelers and adventurers alike that came together only but a few days ago, as we were all lost at the same time. And then we battled through a haunted house. We got lost on the roads. We ended up finding other people that were sent us here to speak to a fortune teller that vanished in a
Wait. Other people? Who sent you to this fortune teller?
The strange folk that we met along the road. They did not share their names, rules of the road and all. Polite not to ask.
Interesting. You've met the indigenous people here. Tell me. Who among them led you here? No names?
No. No, they did not share a name with us.
Very curious.
They
Go
did
on.
not want us
Regale
to stay
me.
long.
Well, then we got here and saved the bloody day. There was some bones in a bag, and they needed to get back to where they needed to be. We did that, so you can actually go about saying straw under the protection of the church.
Ugh, the
So we
church.
did that.
Of
That's
course,
pretty
the
awesome.
church.
And then, some people died, so we're here to celebrate the victory, I guess, with my friends.
Simple enough. Well, welcome to Valaki, if no one has said that yet to you.
They did when we came in.
Then welcome again to Valaki.
Thanks.
It really
Very
needs some
kind.
work, doesn't it? We need something more regal.
Can I do a perception check to see if his mustache is real?
Yes.
It's been bothering Poe the entire fucking time. 18.
It is a real mustache because as you take a closer look, the hat he's wearing is obscuring the fact that his ears are smaller than usual. Most likely a half-elf.
That makes sense. Hey, don't say anything about this out loud because I can't imagine any kind of way of doing that wouldn't be super offensive.
You are correct.
So valid.
Well, where are you folks headed? Are you staying here?
We're headed out of here at some point. Like, not maybe directly, but like in general, out. In the immediate future, probably either, maybe like to the vineyard situation, that seemed like it might be like kind of interesting, but like we got to do the festival in 2 days, and then maybe after that, like, we got an invitation somewhere. We'll see if we take that. Yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough. Well, as you can see, it's been some time since I've told stories, and it's nice to do that again.
You should tell them more. Stories are important. They bring us all together. They bring joy to people.
Friend,
You
if
are
you
a
hadn't
joy
noticed,
bringer.
you were the only ones paying attention to me in a room full of people. And as you look around, you
perhaps
see
you
people
need
are at
more
tables
stories.
sipping drinks and just kind of blankly staring at each other, like way too much direct eye contact.
What about this place
Nightmare.
seem kind of off to you? Like, have you noticed that as well? Like, people here are kind of like...
Well, the people are odd. The bartender is lovely. Provides room and board for myself and my dear sweet horse, Drusilla. Perhaps you saw her outside.
Your horse.
That's your horse.
We did.
So we won't steal it
We
then.
did.
Do you tour around a lot, or do you just stay here? Bit expensive.
Touring around is very dangerous, very dangerous. I am but a lone bard amongst tigers
Wolves.
and wolves. I once captured a saber-toothed tiger. Quite impressive.
It is impressive.
Did you?
Do you know anything about just something I've been thinking about since the bartender talked about it, these wizards of wine? Have you got any stories about them? Where we could find them?
Finest wine in all the land, thanks to the efforts of our patron here, Strahd, of course. Always leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. Not the wine.
Unlike
So he
bitter.
owns the
the
wizards?
name. I'm sorry, what did you say?
He owns the wizards?
Who owns the wizards?
Well, you said Strahd provided the grapes. Does that mean he also owns
Yes,
the
the
wizards who
devil
provide the
Strahd
grapes?
owns this entire land. He is ancient. He is the land.
So you're saying that you don't know anything about why the supply might be kind of, not getting here.
Well, wait, are you saying there's no supply of wine?
No, I mean there is like
You're saying
for the
we're running
moment.
out of wine?
No,
not-
no,
going to cause a
of course
panic!
not.
I'm panicked! And he touches
Well,
his
don't
a
be.
flash of magic.
It's okay. There's no reason to be. It's a hypothetical. Hypothetical. Continue, Poe.
Anxiety, medication, notwithstanding. Spells will do. I've never cast calm emotions on myself before. That is wonderful.
Oh, that's such a good. It's like the Xanax of spells.
Hey, that's what Zhannan's name was based on. Xanax.
I mean, if there's anything you can tell us about, I mean, honestly, if there's anything you can tell us about, Big Fang Daddy, that would probably be real helpful. Beyond just the whole he is ancient, he is the land kind of situation.
You want to know more about Fang Daddy? Oh, I like that. That rolls off the tongue much better than Strahd.
I'm sure he would like to roll off the tongue, yeah.
Oh, has he visited your dreams? Perhaps offered you carnal pleasures? I used to be offered those pleasures. I turned them down.
Unusual for a bard, but shouldn't be making assumptions. What do you know about him?
Subversive.
You notice as he says this, one of the rings on his fingers gleams a little. It catches the light and your attention.
That's a nice ring you got there.
Oh, thank you. I procured it myself. I used to have 9 more just like it, 1 for each finger and thumb.
Sounds so familiar. Something in the back of my brain is pinging, and I don't know why.
Have
well-
you seen any vampires within here in this town?
In this town? Not everything is as it seems in this town. Vampires could be anywhere, but the church, as far as I'm aware, protects everyone.
Because if you are a vampire and I ask you if you're a vampire, you have to tell me.
I'm not a vampire.
Okay,
There's no
I'm
law. That's not one of the laws.
Yes, it's true.
Insight.
It's totally true.
I'm not some vampo narc.
I
So
rolled
you-
a 13 on insight. Against is not a vampire.
He's not. You
Can
see that his
Iain-
neck is very exposed, and there are no bite marks anywhere.
Well, that's a relief.
In fact, his neck is like
can
a little
Iain lean over to
long, like a
Zhannan?
little like supermodel long. Like wow,
Smells good.
you did not realize
You
that
know-
the neck could be this beautiful.
You know, you could
kinda wanna
model some
bite it
of my
yourself.
pieces really well. If you ever get out of here, call me up.
Oh, are you some sort of tailor?
Yeah,
Oh,
designer,
oh,
well
oh,
known
oh.
in my city.
I see. Well, though I only have this outfit with me, I would love more.
And everyone.
Not everyone, apparently.
See, this is
I
a
think
guy who
they're
knows
lying.
how many shirts you should own. Like, he's like the one person in town who's got a good idea about that.
If I could afford it, I'd get a dozen from you, friend, but alas, I have fallen upon hard times. He takes his hat again and jingles it towards you.
Oh yeah, of course. I'll give him another gold. I'm really bad with money.
I gave him
Really?
a copper corn because that's all I have in my inventory.
Yeah, he doesn't snub you for that. Even if you left him a button, you get the feeling he'd be very happy just to have something.
That's very sweet.
Well, hopefully the gold buys you enough. Are you performing in the festival? There's only a few days away. Surely
The festival, all will be well. All will be well.
it'll
Ugh.
be great.
Do you know why they keep saying that? Like, we've heard that everywhere, and we checked the well. Trust me, we checked the well out real good. So I don't understand.
You've been to the same areas that I've been to. You've traveled through Waterdeep and other lovely places, perhaps Baldur's Gate and such. So you'd know that when certain officials run for an election, they like a phrase. Well, the elections don't happen here, but the phrases still do. Campaigning endlessly.
It's like a slogan. I remember when Neverember had that whole thing where he was going on about, yeah.
Which
All right.
time? And was
Yeah.
it the time that he was replaced by one of those freaky deaky doppelgangers? I hope not.
Yeah, well, it seems like the whole place here feels like that, so
Truer words. Tell me, have you been to the toy maker in town?
The what?
The toy maker? You can't miss it. Blinsky is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Oh, I thought he was just a court jester.
yeah, we have been to him.
He should be. No, I only ask because if you've been around, perhaps you've seen my dear sweet Piccolo.
Is that like the flute, like the instrument?
No, my dance partner, my monkey.
Oh,
He stole your monkey?
No, that poor lad needed some cheering up in his life. I gave him Piccolo.
Well, they're a very good dancer.
I'll train him myself.
It shows. He has the pizzazz.
You know, Ian, do you still have that? The thing we found in the guy's house. Do you still have that? Because it occurs to me that that guy is a toy maker, and what we found there, the like slightly suspicious toy kind of thing, maybe those are related.
Jack is confused. I don't know if I have what you think I
The little
have.
baby doll.
Talking about the doll.
Like the doll of
Wait, a doll?
Strahd's love. Yeah, we found a doll.
Did my elven ears hear correctly? They're really not better at hearing. They're just aesthetic. Anyway, a doll? Not Adele the bard.
Yeah, Ian, maybe we should show him the doll.
Yes, show me the doll.
Yeah. Just Ian pulls it out of his bag and just kind of, ta-da.
Faster than you can react, but you can if you want to. He snatches it.
Okay, I have really good dexterity, so
Let's go. Dex
yeah.
off. Dex off.
Fight me.
Oh my god, a natural 20.
Okay, well then it doesn't matter because I got a 21.
Ooh! With his modifier, it is a. I should check. Double check. I'm pretty sure it's just a 23. Sometimes the ceilings are not where I want them to be. 23. So he does grab it, but like, oh, pretty fast. Pretty fast. I'll give it back. I didn't mean to startle you. I just wanted closer look. Oh my. And he does hand it back to you. Do you know who this is?
We were hoping you could tell us. We definitely felt like we did, but we couldn't quite stick the landing. If you didn't catch my drift.
You should probably take very special care of this. It used to belong to Strahd. But this could just be a mimicry. Maybe Blinsky made it.
What does it mean if it is Strahd's?
Well, everyone here knows who Ishmark is. Ishmark is dear, sweet Ishmark. At least anytime he'd come to my dreams, he asked me to look like him.
Okay.
Wait, has Strahd tossed you to dress up yet?
Nope.
No. I think he gave me wings at one point.
Has he invited you to dinner yet?
Yes. That did happen.
Yes.
Do go. Yes. You will have a wonderful time. Just remember to run away at the end.
You don't know if we like wait a day or two so we can be here for the festival. He's not gonna like pitch a fit that we don't go there right away.
Technically, Strahd's always pitching a fit. No, what you should really do is when you go to accept this invitation for dinner, all of you should dress up as Ishmark. That would be hilarious.
Duly noted.
What is? You said it was his beloved. Is this like his current partner?
Partner, more like long, maybe dead lover.
Oh.
No one really
I feel like that
dies
would not go over well.
Well,
we might get in
someday
more trouble
find bones,
than not.
resurrect. Others, there's been rumors, Other people from towns have come here in the tourist program that is very unsuccessful, have told us all about how there might be an Ishmark walking among us right now. Wait. And looks at Malakai. You wouldn't be. No, too short.
An Ishmark? As in, there's multiple? Or just he's looking for a new...
Ishmark has a twin, Irina, and the two of them were very much treasured by Strahddy. And then a bunch of things happened, and now they may be lost forever. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, what are the things that happened? Tell us, storyteller.
The
story would really have justice if you brought me a certain thing. Have you been to the town of Barovia? You talked about a death house?
We
Yeah,
did
it's
find
what
a
that
death house, yes.
place was, but we got chased out by wolves at the middle of the night. Very
Did you
bright.
grab a book from there?
We got an empty leather journal. I don't know if that's helpful.
Empty. You
Blank
sure
leather.
it's
Oh,
empty?
blank leather-bound book.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
He opens it up, and it is blank. Tell you what, you let me keep this for a little bit, and I will examine it in every magical way possible to unlock its secrets. Huh?
Yeah. Sounds great.
We're
Wonderful!
gonna be here a while.
You can't get out of
Where
here,
else
so
am I
if you don't
going to
hold up your
go?
promise,
There's
we can't hunt you
nowhere
down.
Interesting. I promise.
We know where to find you.
Look, my room will always be here. In fact, talk to Erwin. Erwin! I'm performing again. Don't you worry. Satisfied?
Yes.
Part of that was easy.
Thank you. That was,
suppose.
yeah. And
That is
we're
good.
happy to help. We look forward to the translation or whatever the hell you're doing with the book.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you one more thing. Since you gave me something, I will give you something as well. And he produces a very lovely dagger, very ornate.
Your horse.
You see, like, etched into it are dwarven runes. Or maybe they're giant, you're not sure. Who speaks Dwarvish? Does anyone speak giant? It could be either. The same script. Definitely not Gaelic. But you recognize pretty quickly that the intricacies of this make this a masterwork dagger. It is a +1 dagger. You hold on to that. I'll hold on to this, and we'll share some information.
Sounds
Sure,
like a.
we'll
You got yourself a deal.
translate this for you. This mysterious script.
Now, if you'll depart, I must rest my instrument for later tonight.
Hey, have a good one, and
Have a
thanks
good-
for the
see you
shout.
later.
I'll slide another gold across the table.
Kind of to the others. Which one of you? I mean, I kind of have a feeling like Iain, you're probably gonna want this thing, right?
Yeah, I'll add it to my collection of daggers. I have 2 already.
This is a. I mean, this is a real good dagger. So make sure. When
Yeah,
something
I won't
comes-
be throwing this one away.
What,
Alright,
I mean, you can certainly throw it. Just
Yes,
put it back.
I'll have to retrieve it.
Yeah, I like that. And if you don't, it's fine. I have another one.
You have another one. Good to know.
We'll shift over to like a different table, and whoever wants some free wolf steaks, we're eating on the host.
Yeah, you enjoy your wolf steaks. Amazingly, it does pair well with the wine. If anyone shifts over to the cheap drinks later, let me know.
Someone can have my wolf steak. I'm not eating
Zhannan
that.
just slides it with his fork over
You
onto
notice that
his
the wolf
plate.
steak has to
Oh,
be
I'm
cooked well
judging
done.
you. I'm mad.
That's not associated with my deity.
I will just eat an owl in front of you.
It's a mortal being. It's the balance of nature, Lucinda, is that things eat other things. He goes off on a spiel about ecosystems.
Anti-veganism propaganda.
She's not even vegan, it's just wolves are sacred.
Does this does the wolf heads on the wall is that kind of sacrilegious for your religion?
Could take
Yeah.
it to the bedroom, maybe, like whatever room we got. Maybe there's less kids in there. I'm not a killer fan of excessive taxidermy at this level. This is just grotesque. But yeah, maybe we see what our plan is for the rest of the night and kind of away from the brew.
What are you calling excessive taxidermy? Just kidding.
Stitches and all. All of you do also remember that wolves are servants of Strahd. You were told that. When you talked to the indigenous people here, they informed you of such things. And that crows and ravens and things of that nature may also be associated with him. But not frogs. Frogs are still holy.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. It's nothing sacred.
Frogs, only
also-
frogs.
Frogs and raccoons only.
So true.
After dinner, I don't know how many rooms did we get? This is the
You got one big room.
Of course we did.
It
Just
sleeps.
sleeps on the floor.
Just one big bed.
It could be. Is that what you're sleeping on? One big bed.
You should roll a dice to determine how many beds we got.
All right, Poe, just push them all into the middle.
It's very medieval style to just assume that you're all sharing one big bed.
Cecil, roll a D100 for me.
Okay.
And this will determine the types of beds.
How many beds are in the room?
100 beds.
94 beds.
It's the Infinity
all
Hotel all over again.
I got 41. That's 41 beds, clearly.
Okay, on my table of beds, there are 3 very lovely cedar beds with feathery down and beautiful like quilted blanket. Very warm, very lovely. There's 3 of them.
5 of us.
Oh, it's okay. I'll sleep in the hat.
They're Stradifornia king size. You could probably sleep 4 or 5 of you on each one.
I will take
really
this
got me.
entire one to myself.
Teleportation.
Thank you.
Absolutely not. Move over.
Go get your own sleeping space, bitch. You always hog the blankets when we have to share.
Iain perches on the edge of one that hasn't been claimed yet and just kind of like curls up onto the edge of it so that it doesn't take up much space.
I'm just wee lad.
It's just a tiny lad.
Poe just like throws her stuff down on the big bed and like takes the sword, kind of lands with a bounce on the shit. It's like, well, time to turn in for the night. Not that I actually, it's gonna lie here for 8 hours. It'll be great. It flops down.
Oh my god.
She doesn't have to sleep, but she is gonna take up that. And she is a sprawler and a snore. I mean, not that she's not gonna snore because she's not gonna sleep, but is gonna take up that entire bed.
Can I case all the entrances into this room?
Investigation. And then while that's going on, so just to confirm, we have the Poe bed, we have the Sister Attala bed, we have the Zhannan bed. Which one is Iain curled up on?
Oh no, I'm sharing with Zhannan.
Oh, you sharing
Yeah,
with
no,
Zhannan.
I got my own. I'm literally curled up on the edge just in case, but it's all you can just spread out.
While that's
Zhannan shares
while we're-
reluctantly.
While we're casing the joint, or while Malakai is casing the joint, I need a grapple contest between the blanket, Sister Attala, and Zhannan.
What, that's strength? Strength check?
Strength or acrobatics.
Okay.
I know people that aren't
Acrobatics.
physically strong, but have some incredible ways of wrapping blankets around themselves to win wars.
Oh, yeah.
9.
You grew up with siblings with.
13.
13 and
He always steals the blanket. 9.
9.
Every goddamn time!
Actually, can I ask you, what does everybody sleep in? What are your camp clothes? That's what I'm actually asking.
Strahd
take
knows.
my coat up and kick my
That's
shoes
cute
off.
that you think that she'd get undressed.
Yeah,
I'm not
there are
sure, like-
pajamas in his bag, but he just took off his shoes.
I'm just
throw
curious
them
if
in
it's
the
like if you have like parts of your like armor or whatever that you take off when we're chilled, or you're just sleeping in the full in the plate.
Yeah.
And then spends a full 15 minutes dechaining accessories. When he's
only takes
really
15
staying
minutes?
somewhere, like in the wagon, he probably wouldn't go through the whole ordeal, but here, he's taken off the chains, he's taken off the makeup, he's taken prestidigitating hairspray out of his hair. We've got the silk feathered robe, we've got the platform fuzzy sandals that he pulls out of his bag, little sleeping mask with little feathered edge, all of it.
The monsters are here. Oh shit! Does feel. Masks every time. Yeah, I just like take. You just see him pull his coat off and like try and hang it up on the coat hanger. It's not like quite low enough. He just like kind of Hail Marys it to like hang on the coat hook. Kicks off his shoes. You see like the socks are just like worn through and like tattered, and he just kind of like takes them off and like throws them in the corner basically, and like sets the hat down on like a chair that's like facing the door. And yeah, he just kind of like looks at the rest of you. Well, are we calling it a night? I'll be keeping an eye out.
Does
I'm
someone
inside
want to
the
take
head.
watch?
The door locks, and you have the only key
Mhm.
that you're aware of.
Well, I'll be good after 4 hours anyways, and I'm gonna get real bored by then. So yeah, I'll keep an eye open.
Thank you, Poe.
I
Anyone
got
want?
a 16.
16.
Nice.
As you look around, the windows are faux. They do not open. They are reinforced. Steel bars, the works. Nothing's getting in easily. Actually, they're not steel. They're iron. But no hint of rust at the moment. Looking around the rest of the room, the only door in and out of here connects to the second floor of this inn. I was going to call it a hovel. I don't know why. Pretty secure. There's a small gap under the door, which you could easily fill with one of your cloaks or a spare blanket or something.
My cape is too small. Can't quite fit all the way. If anybody else has something, I'll grab my coat
just-
on the ground. Stuff it.
Iain takes off his jacket and like just shoves it against the door. The only thing besides his shoes that he removes.
I think physically we're protected. We'll be fine.
Well, have a good night, everybody, and sorry about earlier. I lost my cool there.
And maybe don't become a parent.
Yeah, I mean, one thing has to happen for the other to happen, right? Kind of like step
Safe.
into the hat.
All right, good night.
Blow out the candle.
It's dark in here. If you have dark vision, you're good.
Oh yeah.
You've got so much dark vision.
I see all.
Nothing can
300
hide
feet
Then
of
reach
gray.
across and feel around to try and grab a corner of blanket.
Smack. Just instinctively in her sleep.
This is one of the most like relaxing beds you've ever slept on. It is comfortable. It is wonderful, and you get a full rest.
Yay.
What a rare thing in this campaign.
From in the hat, you just hear like, "Oh shit, we stiffed the fucking priest."
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we forgot.
It's just like-
Oh yeah, we forgot
Trash
about
catcher,
dinner.
like him setting out all these like lovely place settings for y'all, and like waiting and just waiting and waiting.
Probably
That's
some
so
fucking
sad.
Maybe
Time
Mint
for
showed up.
sermons, I can read this later. Oh dear.
Whoops.
Oh
The
no!
interdimensional Gilf Chaser Mint showed up.
Yeah, a blue-haired
Dinner,
little
so it's
freak.
fine. He had company.
I was hungry. Ate all the plate, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god. One
I
of
just
the
wanna hear
many
that
blue-haired
gameplay.
people that have entered this realm recently.
Interdimensional Gilf Chaser.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Father Lucian's getting it on.
Gonna make
Good
him
for
say
him.
Daddy Lucian.
Daddy no.
Hey.
Repent! The end is nigh.
The priests of Lathander have like a collar situation. Like, what's the get up like?
Well, there's like the daily attire, and then there's like the nighttime sexy attire.
Obviously.
Chippendales
Speak
priest.
more.
There's some very interesting implements on the bedside table. The prayer scrolls are on the wall to read as you use them. Yeah, there's lots going on here.
Good to know.
Enchanted beads, anyone?
Oh,
And we'll smash cut away
Multitasking.
from that. Wow, what a weird dream!
Worship the Lord and that ass.
Your dreams haven't been your own for a while, and wow, did you all have the same dream? That's wild.
Everybody had a weird dream about Father Lucian.
Hey, were you guys like thinking about that priest?
Oh no, the guilt's eating us alive.
Your
Oh my
holy
God.
symbols are glowing a
Oh
little
my
extra
God.
more today. So you head down,
Good grief.
have some breakfast. You have a breakfast of weird gray loaf.
Gray loaf.
Gray loaf.
Delicious.
Delicious.
You're pretty sure there's clay in this, but it's
Oh.
edible.
Play-Doh, yummy.
More like earthy. It's actually quite a pleasant flavor.
Okay.
And if you've ever
Ways.
had edible clay before, it is quite unique. It adds an interesting texture. It's got a weird mouthfeel until you get used to it, but overall delightful. Makes your guts happy.
Love a happy gut.
How was your meal?
It
was good.
Surprisingly good.
I'm glad you liked it. I've had 2 portions already.
Well, I think it's stuck in you, I bet. Did you manage to drop the map for us?
Here's a map to the Wizards of Wine.
Very quickly. How many days would you say there and back?
This amount of days, and pulls up. I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh.
All right. Festival's tomorrow, right?
Festival is tomorrow. You did not sleep through until tomorrow. Are you going to stay for the festival?
Well,
Are
I think
we-
it's-
We agreed to perform, or we were signed up to
My dear
perform.
sweet souls, I apologize in advance.
Yeah,
Are they
what have
gonna
you gotten us
sacrifice
into?
us?
No, it is just very dull, but all is
Oh.
well. Perhaps you will bring new
Right.
life, and with Rictavio performing, everything will be well.
Well,
So-
we hope
I
so.
hope
I
so.
mean, we're looking forward to a smash hit.
As far as the Burgomaster
And-
is concerned, yes. Smash hit.
About how long you have left in your stores for like wines?
As long as we Don't go too crazy during the festival.
It's kind of what I'm worried about.
Maybe two if we ration it. I have tried watering down the purple crush. No one has noticed. It is true.
So if we did stay until tomorrow and held up this one, and he gestures at Malakai's, his obligation to perform, and then went and got the wine like the day after, or went and saw the wizards, the wonderful wizards of wine, you'd be fine.
Yes.
There wouldn't be pandemonium.
I'm glad about that. Winemaking is in my family, and if you are able to go and restore whatever the wine problem is, I would be grateful.
Sounds like our plan then. I guess we got some time to kill today, huh?
Seems so.
You were saying that the big mess is a big smash. Kind of like we would know what you do. What's like the main event of the fest?
Well, the blazing sun rises above, gets lit. Everybody seems to get happy.
And like genuinely smiling, or is it like all is well?
I'm smiling right now.
Freaky. Deek.
I am happy. All is well.
But all will be well when people are like smiling and they are happy when you light the thing. They're like.
And if you are not, malicious unhappiness is a crime.
We're stoked. We are very happy here. That wine was the best wine I've ever had. So looking forward to that. It's been mostly a pleasure meeting people here. And you'll probably be seeing a bit more of us.
Yeah, he looks at you, and you see two children just running around the tables now. Kids! Get back in the kitchen and help your mother, please. Thank you. I have to go. When they scamper like that, it means there are no more chores to be done, and I am concerned they will get into trouble.
All will be well.
All will be well.
Thank you for the breakfast.
We'll,
Kick the door open and we'll...
And so concludes your deal and your stay at the Blue Water Inn. And he smacks the pile once more. I owe you no more. Goodbye. But please stay again. One electrum a night.
If I get an electrum, I'll let you know.
Here we have 12.
Ooh, 12 what?
We?
Electum. Yeah, as the group from the last.
Oh yeah, from the house. From that we stole that guy's shit after we went through.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
20 silver and 12 electum. They're ours now.
So you could stay for 2 days if you needed to.
Great.
Yeah, you have some time to kill. We can just kill time until the festival tomorrow if you'd like. Yes.
Should we go apologize to the priest?
We could apologize to the priest for missing dinner.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to ask the bard if he knows anything about the bracelet, because he's obviously seen a lot of people around here. So, yeah.
Who are you asking?
The bard.
Rictavio.
Cardio, yes. I want to find him.
George Decay, are you here?
Octavio. I want to find Rictavio.
You go to find Rictavio?
Yes.
Not here?
Not here?
Nope.
Is the horse still here?
You run outside. It's not there.
Ooh.
He
Wonder
said
if
he'd
he-
always be
somewhere.
here.
Well, I wonder if it was something that with that book we gave him. I wonder if that prompted him to go off someplace.
So did he just steal our book, or what's happening here?
Well, he didn't, I mean, he gave you that dagger.
Seemed
I don't think he
fair.
wants us back.
It's probably worth-
Exactly. Can I see that?
Sure. I hand it over.
I want to insight check the dagger as malicious. A thing that he does not want to be near.
I'll tell you for free, it is a malicious-looking dagger, but that's because it's a masterwork, very incredibly made one, and not ill intent.
Yeah, does it seem like he's running? Is it cursed? Does it seem cursed? Would that be Arcana?
You could try Arcana.
I guess that would be Arcana.
Somebody here has the spell that does that, I guess. We don't gotta.
No.
Fair enough.
13.
I haven't landed on my sorcerer list yet.
A 13 for Arcana to see if it's cursed or otherwise magically afflicted.
It is not cursed. It is magical in the sense magic was used to make it. But it is not cursed. It is not malicious. It is nothing. It is just a very neutral, true neutral dagger. As many objects in the universe are. Because it's not the dagger's fault it gets stuck in someone and they die. If you're gonna blame the gun, like,
So, did I pick up another cursed dagger?
No, you're probably fine.
That's good.
I just thought it was like kind of your thing. Love kissed. Yeah, I'll go to some part of town and figure out, like get enough supplies, and then ask everybody if they want to go to the toy maker and ask about the doll, or do we want to keep it sealed? Considering we just had one thing stolen from somebody.
I feel like I might have been off the mark yesterday about where that thing came from. Sounds like maybe it actually came from, like, Strahd himself, but, I mean, it was kind of annoying, though. I don't know if I want to go talk to that guy again.
Yeah, I think we're fine. Just like gear up for like a few days on the road.
Yeah, get ready to skip town right after the festival.
okay.
Do we
Yeah,
know
can
what
say-
the act's gonna be? Is it just Malakai performing, or have we all been roped into it? I'm unclear on that.
Well, I mean, I'd love some help. There was absolutely last time, Poe, when you
Are you asking for help?
That was fucking crazy. I wouldn't want to.
He did
piss him off
advertise
like I
himself
did
as
Malakai and the Marvelous Misfits.
I suppose I will
but
help if you request it.
I would be honored if you could help me with my
Yes.
performance.
Okay.
And Poe, to have your help again, that was really cool. I learned some new tricks. I can maybe do some more crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Thank you so much. And I turned to Zhannan, like, how long does it take to make matching outfits? Do we got enough
Matching.
time? If we well, I mean they don't gotta be matching, but like themed, like maybe we all have like a crest or something on us.
I can't do matching, but I can do similar theme if you find me a bunch of bed sheets with similar fabric together. I can use that.
Yeah, give me a
I
little.
don't assume that they have a lavish fabric store here
Sure,
anywhere.
we'll do our best,
So-
but we could probably maybe we can buy the curtains or something like.
Or curtains.
There are beautiful curtains.
Those
here.
are large swaths of
We
fabric.
know that
Yeah,
the
we'll
bed
just,
quilts
Oh, the
were good.
velvet. You guys remember the velvet curtains that the burgomaster? Oh no, that was the gown. Oh no, they did have curtains.
The burgomaster has the most lovely of
Well,
curtains.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna. I don't want to push my luck in there. I feel like if I go back in there, I'm just gonna kill that motherfucker.
Eh.
But
They don't
Might
have a
not be for
fabric
the
store.
worst.
for fabric and notions. I just need...
I'll handle the fabric. You just kind of like, if you're gonna help me that way, that'd be absolutely beautiful.
Sure, I'll make costumes.
I'd be credible. I'll like kind of turn to like Sister Taylor. Like, can you, if you would be so kind, maybe just help us do a little bit of job? If you have some kind of like blessing or magic, or you want to be in the act, but I mean, you're kind of like ice cold, so I don't know if it's like your thing to be like the center of attention.
No, she loves the spotlight.
It would mean a lot to me. Of course, you don't have to. You can maybe like a stage manager, maybe something like that. It's always every role is important to the show.
I suppose that's suitable.
Well, I appreciate it, and I'll be right back. And I'll go and make my way around town, walking fast, buying curtains from the town's.
Faces pad.
I was thinking that, so
Your
I'm really glad
festival
we're on the
gown?
same wavelength there.
There's not
Walking
a
fast.
there's not a
Having
traditional
curtains
fabric
dancing.
shop here. There is
mean, one could,
two
probably
places you
enough.
could try to buy fabric of a type. One being Blinsky's, see if he will sell you some of his supplies that he uses for his toys. The other being the coffin maker, who's currently indisposed, but definitely
I'll
had some
just
stuff
take what
that
I need.
lined the coffins. Maybe that could work.
Yeah, I'll just go in there and take what I need. Is he still like in bed and alive? Go and check.
Oh, you
on
want to
him.
go check out him?
Yeah. I'll just go and
Has
check
anyone
Did we
fed
do
him,
good?
given him water since you left him there?
Well, does he have any
Oh,
friends?
Does he have any friend? Do you have a friend
We just
that's a coffin
went and
maker?
walked away. So.
I kind of half
We did.
expect him to be like drained of blood by a vampire or like one already, so I'll kind of go in ready to kick his ass.
You go in, and you hear, who's there?
Oh, it's just me again to go and kick and see if you're okay, mate.
No!
Unless you needed one of the
No!
boxes, I'm gonna put you in the box. And, like, we'll have to
You
dig
hear
your
a
grave.
thump from another room
Like, not where he is.
where he is. You couldn't
Oh.
see him, but he's in one of the back rooms.
Okay, well, don't mean you no harm. We're just here to, like, take a bunch of fabric because we got a show to put on, and I figure you kind of owe us a little bit, so we're just gonna take what we want. If that's just shut up.
Has said nothing. Do you go look for where he is?
No, I don't want to like go and instigate or freak him out or nothing.
I will say, if you don't go look where he is, you smell something. You smell like a broth of some type being made.
More beet soup or whatever. You're okay? Like, you're feeling better, mate?
As you head into the kitchen, you see a fainted Henrik. There is a pot on the stove that is currently got a fire under it.
Okay, well,
It is contained inside of the stove, so it's not like
like
leaving the gas on. Like, that's not a...
mage hand it off the heater,
Mhm.
push it to the side, and like, kind of like, hey, you okay, mate? Come on.
Why are you here?
Okay, well,
You've
I
done
just
enough.
feel-
You've put
feeling
me
your stuff.
one arm in the grave.
Well, you could have been just like a busted ass statue, but we thought we'd do you a favor. You still got your skills. You can figure something out. You can still dance. That's nice. Couldn't do that while you're stoned. Think about that. So we're just gonna go and take your stuff, and that sucks for a little bit. I'll leave you 3 silvers. That'll cover it. You understand? And I'll just take care of yourself and get some help. or we'll tell the mayor what you did, and then, you know what happens. You'll be in one of the boxes. Did you pick one out? I won't take fabric from that one. Okay, well, don't pace out in the kitchen. I took your soup off. Maybe go rest up a bit and have
You
some
notice
water.
it's just like one chopped up beet in a bunch of water. There's not even seasonings because they're all gone.
Yeah.
They were all taken.
Yeah.
You don't know where the beet came from, but
I'm not going to ask, mate. I'm not going to rob your pantry. We already did that. I'll just go and steal some fabric.
Yep.
And just ignore him for the rest of the time.
he makes like a remark about needing a handout, but it falls on deaf ears. You have enough fabric to. You have I'm not terribly familiar. Let's say you have like a full bolt of fabric to use. It is dark purple. Because the red ran out.
I'll just like poke my head into the kitchen, like, "Hey mate, where'd you get that bracelet? Is there somebody else around that hears it? Cough it up."
I guess there's no harm telling you.
Well, there might be, but I can't guarantee that.
It came from him.
Well, yeah, but like, why? Like, because you were making a deal? Is that why? Like, what was your deal? What were you getting into?
Life.
Life? Oh, like it was giving you life?
My life.
Okay, well, I mean, how'd you get in that situation? Did you have sex with him in the dream too? There's a lot of that going around. Sorry, bit personal, but we're trying to get to the truth of things here.
There's not a lot of people that love a coffin maker.
Especially one with one arm, but it's like you can figure that out, mate. Like I'll help you.
I've still got my left. All lefty will see me through.
Yeah, I believe you, man. I think you might even find your craft takes on a whole new meaning and then what makes life, worth living, and not making deals with super powerful vampires. You can turn your life around. Having vampires in your basement, in your coffin shop, like seems a bit on the nose, man. Like really, you can maybe
I'd do
take
it
this
all
opportunity
again, but to touch
end your
those feet
life.
of his.
Oh, I see how it is. Okay, well, to each their own, and can't help you there, but don't get too committed. He's a bit of a narcissist. It's not healthy for anybody around here. He bit and killed like a young boy. It was all like kind of weird the other day. Like that's your friend there, your cohort, and stealing from the church. Just remember that when you're like, help me, somebody. Why is this happening to me? Just remember what you did.
I'm going to choose to remember the good stuff. Not the bad.
It's all together at once.
It's all I have left of him.
Well, was he like really important to you? Why'd you like rope him into this dangerous game of making deals with vampires, man? Think about what you're doing. Think about who you're influencing with it. Okay?
Just leave me in my suffering. I don't need this from you.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll leave.
And you leave with your fabric.
I love life goes
putting the beets back on the fire and trying to warm up his food.
As he comes back, if it makes you feel any better, I get the feeling we're about to be real good for the coffin making business in this town.
Okay, well, definitely gonna have to make a Burgermeister-sized one. We got some purple fabric. Was this enough? Is this gonna be good enough?
Make it work. Outfits might be a little scandalous, but limited supply.
Well, it's been that kind of day.
Uh,
Will do. I just need measurements, and he like pulls out from the little bags all over his legs. He pulls out like measuring tape and some pins and.
When you said scandalous, are you like,
And so-
is Malakai going to be in a crop top in a moment here?
I'm like, please,
You know,
define
just-
scandalous.
Zhannan's only got one bolt of
Strategically-
fabric.
Are we going to have like some
Strategically
like Regina
placed
George
cutout.
fashion, like just chop chop?
Oh my god.
Oh, he's tastefully covered, of course. He's a performer. He's a magician, and he's got like cutouts made to save space. So each piece is kind of an elongated piece, and it looks kind of bandagey, wrapping around. And the leg pieces are like multiple thin pieces of fabric that have been sewed to make wider pieces, but there's like a little bit of a gap in between them. So it like, it's got some cutouts that maybe you wouldn't immediately think, oh, this suits Malakai, but that's fine. It's a performance piece designed by Zhannan.
You just pull it a little tighter in the waist there when you're coming around. Just, we'll time it out. Just keep it a little bit tucked
Got
in.
a 3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Can you
Cinch him in a corset.
Can you add a little few inches to my cape? It's a bit short.
Yeah, sure. We'll add like a nice fringe on the bottom.
Waist is snatched.
It's got that
You've never
hourglass
seen-
figure, honey.
The perfect hourglass halfling belongs in every magazine in Waterdeep.
Oh god.
Patted out the hips a little bit.
Yeah.
When Sam said we're doing the snatch game, I didn't expect this.
We prepare ourselves for the coming day's performance. I'll work out a few parts of the act.
Yes, let's do. Okay, so as you get ready for the festival, notably, Rictavio is still MIA. You'll have to perform without him. You see that the burgomaster begins the opening ceremonies. Everything is going just fine until one of the guards begins to heckle the burgomaster. And as this continues, the burgomaster, you notice, is getting deeper and deeper shades of dark gray because there's no red in that face. It looks like he's about to burst when he shouts, "All will be well," and continues to be heckled by this person, this guard. You see the burgomaster raising hands as if to snap to give an order. You know what the punishment for this is. This malicious unhappiness. Would you like to do anything?
Just see something.
Nothing?
Well, I don't
I don't know what I could do.
As you continue to think about what
mage
you might
hand
want
over
to
his
do,
mouth.
I'm just trying to read. I
rain.
can't read this fast.
the rain starts up. It is now pouring rain here. From what were like misty gray skies, suddenly is a torrential downpour, as if the unhappiness, this protest, brought about the rain. You see fingers pointing across at each other. You see that the wicker basket that is supposed to be raised is getting absolutely drenched. What would you like to do?
Anybody raise that? If somebody can raise the sphere in like the center, I can light it ablaze. Maybe that'll help. Made everybody happy.
Could cast Mage Hand over top of the wicker thing so it doesn't get wet, but that's the most that I can think of right now.
Like, how is the wicker thing? Is there like a couple people pulling like a pulley on a rope or like a crank, or is it like magical?
Yeah, no, it is hoisted by people on the bottom. It is currently at like ground level. People are like trying to shelter it from the rain, but it's far too late for that. It's already soaked. They've already seen everything.
And maybe this is stupid, but I want to try and cast command on the burgomaster.
Oh. Okay. What does this look like?
Hearing him shout, all will be well. Zhannan is fucking fed up with that phrase, as many people around here seem to have been. And he's tired of the burgomaster trying to hold this up, and as the rain starts falling, he just thinks, you know what? I want to know what's actually happening here, and stares directly at the burgomaster just through this crowd and tries his best to put the word vent into his mind.
Vent?
Vent, like vent your emotions. You're really feeling.
With that intention established, are you doing this openly, or are you trying to disguise the spellcasting?
I'm not doing it openly. I'm just doing it.
With that said, I'll let you roll stealth for this, and if anyone wants to help, now's the time.
I will like scamper onto the where the burgomaster is. And get up there and just kind of like, people, everybody listen, come on, this is a joyous time. And I'll like take off my hat and use like create bonfire to like create like a huge lick of flame like rising in the air. So everybody's like kind of looking at the fireball. Hopefully not towards Zhannan cracking off.
Everyone will look towards this fire as you distract everyone. Because you're using a spell, I will say, even though it's cantrip, like this is enough of a distraction. You can have a +5 bonus there, Zhannan, to this stealth check to disguise your spell casting. Stealth is disadvantage for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm just looking at. Would I be disadvantage with the +5 just because?
Yes.
Out armor. Okay.
The dangly chains.
Dangly chains. Move my fingers even a little bit, and I just clink, clink, clink.
Normally,
okay. I rolled a 10. It says 10. Yeah. Plus the 5 is 15.
15. Very nice. No one is watching this as they're all distracted. And then you see the burgomaster's face kind of just sort of change from like holding back anger to, "You absolute fucker! You're ruining everything! You must die!" And pulls one of the spears and launches it towards this guard. Very poorly. He clatters to the floor in front of him. He's not a strong man.
Okay.
Everyone is kind of like shocked by this. They're seeing this flaming orb in the bonfire in the sky. They're looking at the burgomaster who just committed violence in the town square. Everyone's soaked. It's raining. There's chaos. It is becoming chaotic here. People start pushing each other. The crowd looks like it's ready to riot.
Knew he didn't believe all of that everything is fine shit. He's got sick
but now we've got a riot on our hands.
This crowd is becoming volatile. People are pushing and shoving, and there's a lot of people that are still smiling because they're worried that they're going to look like they're unhappy. Pure chaos. You're getting pushed now, each of you. You've lost sight of Malakai.
Yeah, I'll cast Unseen Servant on the like rope where the thing is and tell
Pull it up.
Yeah, the.
Okay. Yep. No problem at all. It's well oiled and maintained, so it does go it raises all the way up. What would you like to do with that?
Would a create bonfire be enough to ignite it?
Regular fire will not work. Even magical fire will not work in this instance. You need a different kind of fire. Someone in this party certainly has the ability to light this, as it is the duty of the church.
Oh.
Perhaps some radiant fire?
Crowd for
A sacred flame, perhaps?
Is that me?
One of you has it.
We have sacred flame. You just need a sacred flame.
Mm-hmm. That would be the easiest way to accomplish this. There are other ways, but you're going to have to flex your brains.
I keep shooting it with fire.
You're just watching Malakai struggle. And it's not from his usual struggles. This is like spark, spark, nothing's catching.
Out of pity for it not working, I just send a kind of discreet sacred flame alongside his flame so that it looks like
Yeah, and as it catches, it burns brilliant yellow light. This is white yellow light, like almost like you've cast daylight across the entirety of the town square as everyone stops pushing and just looks up and watches. Malakai, what's your passive perception?
11.
You did this. This is you. This is all you.
I just like as I'm still shooting fire out of my head, I turn back like, it's working.
You're doing great, bud.
Yeah, awesome, you did it.
I'll stop the flames and like throw my hat up, and I'll just be like, listen to me, Valaki. It is a great time of celebration and happiness. Things are not okay, but today we can celebrate because we are together. And like catch my hat and like, let the show begin.
You just hear
The
Father
festival
Lucian,
of light. Whatever
Father
it's
Lucian
called.
from behind you. I knew I should have said together. Everyone stops being sad and turns to having like the anger of the burgomaster quiets, as if letting all that anger out did him some good. You see festivities begin to rise again, and the town's festival goes without a further hitch. Peace is restored for the time being. Malakai, you'll get the opportunity to perform, but seeing as we're running a little overtime here, we're going to see what that looks like next time.
Here, I'll roll now, Sam, and I won't tell you the number, but I'll tell you the performance. Okay.
I'm going to insight check your face. Okay. We'll find out what that looks like afterwards. But thank you, everyone, so much for tuning in to our wonderful Zating Game at the top of the show, where we had our 5 lovely contestants vying for the attention and affections of Strahd Von Zarovich himself. Why don't we go ahead and do our little outros, starting with Noah.
Well, I'm Noah. I can be found on any social media that I'm on as Radioactive Mothwing, where I will be posting my art, and here on the Fablemancer's channel.
And Mint.
Mint, resident old man fucker. So if you know an old man, you can send him my way.
Why? Think at a time like this.
My Instagram is monomint. There's nothing on there but the ability to direct message me.
So slide into Mint's DMs if you know what I mean.
Oh my god.
But if you're
I'm
using
gonna
terminology,
die.
Make sure
like
you have
that,
the like
it's probably
age check verified like set up.
Yeah.
Are you 65 and older?
Okay.
Have you been
Oh my
tuning
fucking
into
God.
this stream for the past 6 months? Do you perhaps furnish your entire home with IKEA furniture?
Yeah, that's another thing.
We
That's
have
another
the
qualifier.
person for you.
If you do both of those things, wow. Pick up that phone and call now. That's all for me.
We love you so much.
Oh my god.
You too. Thank you for indulging me all day and making it worse. Oh yeah, the last thing I want to say is if you want to see me for real, Mint, in the game,
It's,
let your voice be heard.
we'll
I will
have, like,
fuck all
little
those
Mint
old men
cutaways.
for you.
For you.
New NPC Mint played by Sam.
I will practice my Mint all week. Jack, if you can speak.
I have been Jack. I played Iain Adderbone. I don't use social media. So if you want to find me, you can't. That's for you, I guess.
And Cecil.
I've been Cecil playing Poe Renwick. I mean, yeah, you can find me here on Fablemancers. Otherwise, not some. Don't make me reinstall X. Thanks so much for coming and watching.
Tim.
I've been Tim and playing Malakai, having a blast with these folks. You can find me on Fablemancers or Instagram as Dan Sorcerer. Most of the socials as Dan Sorcerer. So I'll see you there.
I'm Sam. My face hurts from laughing.
Rip.
This has been our Curse of Strahd campaign. Yes, Strahddy. We're on most Saturdays at 2 p.m. We do lots of other fun things on this channel, such as playing random video games and or doing prep. So thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you so much, Ms. Liz, for the raid. I really appreciate you bringing the community here and supporting us, for Link and for Bucket and so many people in the chat, and our new chef friend. Thanks for hanging out with us all day. You've been wonderful. Hope you enjoyed everything. Go back and watch the VOD so you can see the whole Zating game if you didn't have time. Clips will be coming. Yeah, so with all that said, remember, the dice roll your story, but you weave the tale. Bye!